You go, Dave.
Hey, how you doing? David Patterson here, HSG Network. What a beautiful day here in Connecticut. We have the last week of the season, although we do have one more game next week for the Memorial Day weekend. But this is the headliner. This is the game of the year by most of the experts' predictions. You have the Golden Lions from Connecticut, the New England Golden Lions, facing the New York Green Wave. And at this point, I want to bring in two. You might not see him, but you hear him. The coach, Joey Pagan.
Hey, everyone. How you doing?
And Howard Gaber, the man that can't wait for his own introduction, Howard Gaber, the legend, the man, the myth himself. We are ready for kickoff in just a few minutes. This is our pregame show. We want to talk about this matchup. And as we get into that, let's take a look at the standings really quickly. 7-0 at the top of the standings, New York Green Wave. 6-0, the New England Golden Lions. And from there, those two teams will have either the first seed or the second seed in the playoffs, which gives them a first-round bye. Now, here's how the rest stack up. The Empire State Wolfpack have clinched the 3 seed. They are now at 5-2 after winning today in a in a forfeited game. The New York Dolphins now have control of the 4 seed. Hurricanes, Bengals, Lions, and Crusaders are all battling for the last few spots. There's a number of tiebreakers that are in play, which I will get into during the course of the evening. But there's a lot of scenarios, a lot of meaningful football being played today. Mr. Pagan, you've been around this thing for a while. Do you ever remember a last week of regular season where pretty much everybody's still alive in this thing?
No, it's been a while since I've seen something like this, and I've been following the Big East for a while now, from afar. But I think, with that many teams in the hunt, it's a good thing. It makes for a good playoffs because any one of the lowest seeds on a good day can do anything.
Yeah, I think the story in the rest of the standings is the Kingston Lions, who we saw take a little bit of a skid the last 2 games. They're on a little bit of a slide, but we'll see if they bounce back. But the headline today, Green Wave and Golden Lions, although nobody takes home a trophy today, best believe that this one is going to go really far into deciding who raises the hardware in just a few weeks. We had a chance to take a look at the Golden Lions.
Two of the players. Each one's going to be the doctor.
So some of our travels this year have included Golden Lions games. Great organization, by the way. And we were able to speak to the Doctor Gobert. The last time we were here, he really put on. Let's see what he had to say.
So he had a couple of great runs. Here he is coming up the middle. Just a simple dive play. And you'll see he makes a lot out of nothing. Another first down for him. That keeps the drive going. This was prior to the rain.
Yes, indeed. The Doctor and this Hurricanes team, by the way, at that point we thought that they might be a little bit light, might not be ready for the big boys, but they are a contender now too. So you see the Doctor going to work and establishing. You also see some really good work up front with that offensive line. And to tell you the truth, with that offensive line, they have their work cut out for them today with this Green Wave defensive line. That's really going to be the story of this game, how the Golden Lions offensive line fares against the defensive line of the Green Wave. People are talking about how many sacks per game the Green Wave have. That's going to be quite the show. But with that, the pressure being put on Larry Garcia, the Doctor Gobert, and this Golden Lions offense, they have a lot of weapons. And as you can see here, Garcia is able to distribute the ball not just to the Doctor, but to some of his star receivers, including Zeus, and of course, Hancho Bleezy. You guys know him as Kadeem Wilson as well. What do you think about those guys?
Oh, they're great. I mean, the running back, I'm looking, he's got some pretty good vision. He sees the holes, he follows his block as well. So that, it's going to be a big game tonight. I mean, for that offensive line, they're going to need to do a lot of work. I know the Green Wave defensive line is really good. I had a chance to see them last week, I think it was, at Pelham, or the week before, and they can do a lot of work. So this offensive line needs to, step up to the challenge tonight.
And indeed, and distributing the ball, like I said, Larry Garcia, let's see how he works this offense as well. He has really good vision, and once he corrected A lot of the mechanical mistakes that he was making earlier in the year, including throwing off a back foot, which you see right there, he's able to step into some throws. He can be even more potent than we see here in this footage. He'll need to make some good decisions because this Greenwave secondary is not to be played with. When you talk about Rax Bando back there, you talk about Sadiq Nathaniel back there. Those are guys that can capitalize on mistakes. So what does Garcia have to do today?
What they're going
while you're taking a look at
probably
the
try to use the rest of this
Well,
game for is to get him in a
smart
rhythm.
with the ball and make sure he makes good, smart decisions with it. As you can see, he's got looking downfield for his receiver,
And sure enough,
and he lets the ball go.
there you go. That's a good ball.
Look how good he throws the ball with.
Like
Ball,
dude.
You saw the difference in the way that he was structurally, throwing from a good pace. I wish I had.
Absolutely. We also saw on the offensive side of the ball for the Green Wave, Kevin Fair. Now, Kevin Fair is the leading rusher in the Big East right now. When it comes to yards per carry, the dude is really producing big time. We're going to have to see whether the offense for the Green Wave can keep up with the pace of the Golden Lions. What do you think? Which offense do you think has an advantage in their matchups today?
Well, like you said, the one who's going to keep up the pace is where I think the Green Wave, like I said, I saw them. They have a pretty decent offense where they run the ball well and they do distribute the ball passing wise. But I think the Golden Lions, if they can maintain a really good fast pace and not allow Green Wave to get any substitutions in, and I think the Lions can do a much better job tonight.
Awesome, indeed. So, again, we have some really great action for you today here from Connecticut. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful night of football. We've dealt with rain on most of the occasions during the course of this year, so it's nice to be dry. Nice enough for me to be on the field, so you will not only catch the all-22 action, which you will see pretty shortly, but you'll also see some in-game footage right there down on the field, ready to get in on the action. So we shall see, man. It's a good time here at the HSG Network. Let's check out some more preview work from today's game.
Second.
There you go.
Sorry we got up the last time.
That's all right. You're in the middle of a
No
play.
worries. Congratulations on the well-fought victory. We were just talking about who should get the game ball. Your name was mentioned because you had some big plays there that shut down some apparent opportunities. What were you thinking out there today?
I just had, big players make big plays at the right time. I was being very conservative because we respected the way the quarterback could roll out the pocket and stuff. So I had to contain my rushes even more. I had to contain and hold my water a little bit. I knew the plays when I had to turn it off and turn it off.
Your rush was outstanding. Okay. Listen, you guys, man, I hope the two teams see each other again in the playoffs. This was great football today. It could have gone either way, but you guys showed why right now you're the number one team to come after.
Yeah, most definitely. And I appreciate you guys for giving us this amazing broadcast. Pat Bleasy, appreciate you. I'm the best player in this shit. I'm the best player in this shit. And I won't have for 25 minutes.
Listen, you definitely made a jump for that today. You're very impressive. And like I said, you came up with the big plays when you guys needed them.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's all because of God. It all comes from God. All my gifts come from me. It comes from God.
There you go. Salute.
Absolutely. You heard it here. And by the way, for those that don't know, that young man goes to Ukraine to teach football, which is absolutely amazing as well. So not only just on the field, off the field as well. Okay. Awesome young man.
Anybody else for our post-game show down there, David?
Oh, the guy that's going to cost me my team. Big shout out.
What do we got?
Yeah, Kevin.
What's
Kevin
up, man?
Fair.
How are you?
Kevin, great job out there rushing.
Great
we
job
want to see
today.
the number because we really can't see it during the game.
So, Kevin, facing the Kingston Lions today, what do you think that you could have did better? You got some good runs, but I'm sure you wanted an even bigger game today.
Yeah.
What did you see out there?
We just got more work to do. That's it. We'll take this win. We just got to get better, man. We trust what it's called, and us as players, we got to execute. So no matter what's called or whatever play is called, we just got to execute. We trust the game plan. I just think we missed a couple plays, couple blocks. A missed tackle away from breaking a couple big ones. But
Correct.
these are the things we work on, we get better from. We go to the film, we watch it, and yeah, we'll be better.
So that was the question. So right now, you feel that your team hasn't hit its stride yet. You guys are still heading for perfection.
Yeah, that's everything. I don't think we played our best game, and when we do play, when it does come, so when we play the best game, you'll see. I think the numbers will show. Yeah, I think once we get it going, we're gonna be good.
Okay, what do you think of the Kingston Lions?
Oh, they're a tough group, and I think the best team is to be slept on. When you slept on, not that we slept on. When you slept on, you doubt it, and you come in the game, you give it all, and you shock people. I think that they gave it their all. A couple missed plays on their head. We could have been talking about a different game here, but us as who we are, we stood for it and we got it done. That's what I have.
Good job, man. Like
Thank
I said,
you.
a 1 point win is a win.
We don't like these 1 point wins, but
Listen, it was great football, man, and thank you for today for being a part of it, and we look forward to seeing you more further down the season.
yes, sir. Thank you guys for coming out and giving us your Sunday, man.
You got it.
Safe, enjoy.
Indeed. Salute.
That stinks when I hurt, man.
So we're good.
We're back?
Yes.
Okay, we are back here at, oh my God, we're in Connecticut. We're in Connecticut with Sean Coleman, a.k.a.
Look in the far right.
Relax Barbecue. And we got
jar far away, just like.
Yeah. He gave me a wink on the way back. Anyway, so away from that action, Black, what we got cooking today, man?
The chicken and rib combo with the Hawaiian rolls. I couldn't do no sides today, you know what I mean? So I just bought out rolls today.
All right, so tell me what's the cost today? If people check you out, come on now.
I'm going to do the ribs today is going to be 13. We're going to have chicken for 10, and I got salmon for 18.
Ooh, yeah, the salmon, I absolutely.
Oh, we got burgers for 3. Burgers for 3.
Oh, it's burgers, knocking my burgers. I'm here, my man, Black Barbecue. 100%, you get a chance. Come out here, get your Black Barbecue on. Time we'll be out here. I'll be getting a plate myself. You definitely got a plate for me. So we're about to kick off in just a few. I'm here. Hey, Joey, give us some pregame action, man. What do you see? Give me a prediction.
You know what?
Shout out
Once again, this is one of my first games back up in the booth. I've been, away for a bit, but I've watched both these teams on occasions, and both have good electrifying offenses. I mean, Greenwave with their defense, I should say, is one of the best I think out there. And so I'm just looking for a good competitive game today. I mean, on both sides of the ball. It's going to be probably who makes the least mistakes tonight. Less turnovers, penalties in that manner. And that would be the difference. I think whoever makes the least mistakes today, less turnovers. That would be key.
Indeed. Should be an interesting matchup. But again, there are no trophies handed out today, but we got a lot on the line for some bragging rights here. As you can see, I'm here on the New England goal line sideline. Man, these guys look ready. We're going to play some football in a few. Referees are coming out, man. Let's go and check out some of the. Let me see what I can get into.
Where's Cavs fans?
The Cavs here.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. We're going to be talking to him in a few because I know I'm going to keep him out of people's hair so he gets a chance to chit chat. Man, we got some it's like celebrity row. By the way, shame on the Knickerbocker fans for partying as though you won the championship. We got a legend this thing right here. Let me put that on for a second. Here you go. We got Miss Vicky here. What you got? Best cookies in the game. Now, if you were going to pick what a cookie expert would look like, that is a cookie expert right there. So what we got going on, Miss Vicky?
Hello.
Hey, Vic.
Hi.
Howard.
Howard.
I'm right behind you. Don't worry. This is our new technology we have.
I love it.
So talk to us about what you're doing for the Golden Lions, organizational-wise. Talk about the great things that's going on.
Well, I am officially retired, but I still come out and support. But GM duties and stuff, I'm retired. So now I'm just kind of football operations.
Her shirt does not say retired. I was going to point that out.
Operations.
Yes, operations does not retire, but go ahead, continue.
I just book the field and I come out and show support and yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't know the definition of retirement. That sounds like work. Yeah, that's definitely not retired. So she's one of these people that make the thing work. And what do we see in terms of like the successes of the Golden Lions over this past 2 years? What's one of the things that you're really proud of?
I'm proud of the family field. This is really based off of family and values, morals, and it's just a big, great organization. We're a lot of fun, and there's structure, there's organization, and they're just great. They're a great group of guys.
Beautiful. We'll check in with you a little bit later on.
Sir.
Yes, indeed. So that's Miss Vicky, again, one of those people that you just, one of the family members, you see all the time and such, and we're about to get started with kickoff. The officials are calling for the captains out. We got a couple familiar faces out here, so I'm going to flip the camera, rear camera, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oh, we got the Bleezy in the house. Now, I got a Bleezy 0.5 over for touchdowns today, so my money is on this guy reaching the end zone today. Indeed, we got Chris Kelly Davis over there, number 9 over there. They're looking for chain crew, which is typical semi-pro stuff. Oh, we got the media celebs in the house. For the people that don't know you, introduce yourself, fam. Now, let me just do you justice because we can't do that without the technology involved. So let's go fully. Yeah. We're doing the things. Go ahead.
I got you.
Yeah, talk to us. Go ahead.
All right, sorry if I got food on my face. I just finished eating, but for those that don't know me, my name is Malik Jackson. I own and operate Athlete Studios based out of Fairfield, Connecticut. And starting next week, I'm starting a media company with Gary Sheffield's son. So be on the lookout for a lot of cool things that I'm doing. A documentary dropping Q4. But you can follow me at Athlete Studios on Instagram, www.athletestudios.com, and I'm not going to give you the Facebook, but Instagram and my website.
There you go. So, yeah, we've got Clark Shots in the house. He's doing his thing. Got a lot of things going on over here. Good stuff. We're going to go over here to the officials and such. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of trespassing and such. Ooh, there's a couple that I know, so I might be able to sneak in real quick. Now, it looks like these officials here, they got the good crew today. They got the good crew that is going to allow me to, like, sneak a little bit on the field to get some interviews and stuff. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's with it. Okay. Now, I know this guy. Okay. There's Black's Barber. Oh, you went to the game. Gotcha. Okay, so I was just saying, like, Knicks fans celebrating as though they won the finals is pretty wild. Yeah. Indeed. So, hey, we got a good bunch out here. Howard, what you got for us up there, man?
But I got my mic up. That's what I got. You're on your own.
Oh, I'm on.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, you're
so we got you. You're our shot right now.
Okay.
Joey's in here relaxing. I think he's getting high right now, but he should be all right by the time the game starts.
I see. So you're all really letting me spin today. So
Vicky was really good. He sounded very good. So it was a nice interview.
Yes.
All right, get your coin flip, and then we'll come back to you.
Oh,
we'll be with you.
Oh, the Greenwave with the custom flag. I like that. The green, the all green is one of my favorites. Is absolutely one of my favorites, especially that color green. I mean, I am an Eagles fan, so the green I'm a little bit partial to or what have you. So we shall see.
I believe Joey right now is adjusting the air conditioning because it's not like his living room. It's only 70 degrees in here. He thinks it's around 50.
That is correct.
All right, so we got Samuel here pregame. What's your expectations for today?
Man, I'll be coming out. That's all I'm worried about. I ain't going to the top of the game, though. I'll talk to y'all, all my fans, and I'll make sure I tune in.
Beautiful. This is a guy that we haven't seen much of, but we might see him a lot more today. What's the plan for today for you?
The plan is always to win. And how we do it, I heard this is a good team, so, it depends on how they come out. We got to change up what we got to execute. We go from there.
What unit is going to decide this game today?
I think he can talk.
Trenches, the O-line and D-line.
Trenches. I do that. Okay.
Woo. That's one of them in here, man. Got the best trenches in this, you heard?
Ooh, okay. All right. So we got action over here. So Greenwave is looking like they're ready to play. Golden Lions look like they're ready to play. We're about to get this thing going in a second. Let me just put the mic on this thing real quick. Yeah. So while I'm doing that, give me a second.
We're going to cut. Go ahead. We cut. Go ahead.
Yeah, give me a little bit of attention.
Yeah. You're not on the whole time. Don't worry.
Copy that.
But we are live, so perfect streaming. Always good.
So, if you could bring up the standings real quick.
You can't see them.
I know. Well, I can't see them because I'll have my phone on them. I can see them.
Want the standings? All right.
Yeah, go to the standings.
Hold on.
And let me know when the people can hear.
All right, standings are up.
All right, so you guys can hear me, right? Cool. So this is the Big East clinching scenarios today. As you can see, the standings. The Greenwave again 7-0. They've clinched a first-round bye. The Golden Lions at 6-0 have also clinched a first-round bye. So the winner of this game gets the 1 seed. The loser gets the 2 seed. But either way, they will not be playing first round. The 3 seed is the Wolfpack. Wolfpack are 5-2. They clinched the 3 seed. They cannot drop any further. They have no more games left on their schedule. At the 4 are the Dolphins. Now, if the Dolphins win, if they win this week, they're the 4 seed. The Kingston Lions can actually jump them and get to the 4 seed if they win their 2 remaining games, because the schedule is a bit unbalanced. That's some semi-pro stuff right there, but they don't play the same amount of games. But hey, que sera, sera. So if the Kingston Lions win 2 games and the Dolphins lose, then the Kingston Lions get a chance to move up to the 4 seed and drop the Dolphins down. Now, as far as the Kingston Lions are concerned, they have 2 games left. Now, in those 2 games, they have clinched the 4th spot if they win both and the Dolphins lose, as I said before. If they win one of the 2 games, they clinch a playoff berth, although their seed will be determined either 5 or 6. If they lose both of those games, they are officially eliminated. So they need to win one of the 2 at least in order to keep their season alive. As for the Hurricanes, they're number 6 right now. If they win this week, they clinch the 5 seed. If they lose, they also need a Bengals loss to force a tiebreaker with the Crusaders on points allowed. I know that sounded like a lot, but even the Crusaders all the way down there with 1 win are mathematically still in this thing, which is why I said it's been an absolutely fantastic season so far. The 7th seed, and you can see once the ones that are out right now on the outside looking in, because the 6 teams make it, 7th team is going to Cancun, not because it's a good thing. The Bengals, if they win and the Canes and the Dolphins lose, they go all the way up to the 4 seed. Oof. If they win and the Canes or the Fins lose, they get the 5 seed. If they win and they get no help whatsoever, they get the 6 seed. However, if they lose and the Crusaders win, it forces that 3-way tiebreaker that I spoke about. If they lose and the Crusaders also lose, they are officially eliminated. As for the Crusaders, if they lose this week, they're eliminated. If they win and the Bengals lose and the Canes lose, that's the 3-way tiebreaker for the 6th seed. And we're sitting here getting the abacus out over points allowed, I believe. So that is the official.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Aren't you going to go over that tomorrow morning as well?
I will be going over it tomorrow morning, way too early with Pat Bleasy. Absolutely. And all of that will be worked out as the games are going on right now. So it should be should be resolved relatively quickly. So we shall see.
Captain's on
the field. We got a coin toss going on here.
Oh, am I upside down? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're upside down.
I'm upside down.
Yeah, now you're upside down. Come back up.
I am definitely upside down. I definitely hit something with the phone upside down. How did I do that?
It's got to be a setting.
Yeah, it's got to be a setting.
It's got to be the bottom left. It looks like an arrow. Now flip it around. No?
There it is.
There you go. Now we know. It's the 2 feet.
Yes, go the 2 feet.
Here we got.
I didn't get to see who won the toss.
I did. The Greenwave won the toss and deferred, and I believe the Golden Lions will be receiving.
Who's receiving now? Greenwave deferred. Golden Lions receive. Greenwave.
Exactly what Howard said. He got
That's okay. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We're all on the same page.
Ooh.
Dave is coming in to get into the huddle. We're going to put him in a picture-in-a-picture.
Nice.
Here's my filter. Oh, yeah. Oh, spicy in that little huddle there, huh?
Hardest hitter in the league, he says. Whoa.
Are we doing an anthem?
There we go. Whoa.
No, we're not doing an anthem. I thought they were all facing some way for an anthem. Sorry. My bad. Joey already with the wide. He wants the wide view. We haven't even kicked off yet, and he's like, make it wider, Howard. Make it wider.
We just straight kickoff, no new NFL kickoff rule here, Howard.
Thank goodness.
You know where I'm coming from. We've been doing the last couple of games. So.
It's just a mess. It usually goes about 3 yards and goes out of bounds. So it's not even worth it. But we're good. Ready to go. Everybody watching?
So most people think that this is your championship preview? Well, we'll see.
I hope so. Should be a good one.
Yes, indeed. We're excited about the football, finally. Get the thing kicked off. There's the whistle.
Special teams are going to be a big factor today, Dave. What do you think?
It always is. You know what the funny thing is? I was just thinking that the Golden Lions have been pretty efficient, but then I'm hearing, hey, we need one, and that doesn't sound like it was game planned too well, but we'll see. It's a short kick fielded by, looks like number 7, that's Duze. He has a lane. Oh, he's going to get to about wow, good return right there.
Great return. Tackle on number 21.
Do you see that? Garcia ready to check in? Some Chesky calling the plays in here. They're trying to get their package squared away. And, Joey, what do you expect out of this first round? What's the expectations? What are we doing?
I think we're going to see a little bit of run. They're going to try to test that defensive line first, I think, to see where they stand, to see if they can bully them a little bit. And, to get a gauge, I don't know, I mean, the quarterback is a good quarterback, but I think we're going to get some running plays here just to test the waters to see how we are.
Let's see. I am behind the offense of the Kingston Lions. The shotgun formation, hands off to the Doctor Gobert. Yeah, that's the matchup right there. As the Doctor is tackled by Tyreek Noble. Noble makes a really good play on that. Again, he's an outside edge rusher, but he can make plays to the interior of the field. What do you think about Tyreek Noble?
I think Tyreek Noble is a great athlete. He has the ability to make those plays, like you said, inside. He comes down the line of scrimmage really hard and really well. He's not easily blocked. That they go right at him now is what I was trying to say earlier. They're trying to test that defensive line to see, where they gauge at right now, what they're going to be doing.
Indeed. And on my side of the field, you have number 7, Errol Westbrook, and you have, I think it's Errol James' actual name. The Facebook aliases get me every time. And Sadiq Nathaniel we run a second down in about 6, like a long 6 here. Back to pass, looking for the bubble. Gets it out. Good edge, right? Good pick up the play. And again, it's Tyreek Noble on the play. He seems to be getting to the side. So now we were wondering whether they would avoid Noble's side. They've gone to that side now twice and have picked up 5 yards. It is now a 3rd and 5. What do you got on this one now, Joey?
I think we're going to try to stretch it a little bit because, you know, they tried it twice to his side, you know, to a little bit success, you know, but just to show him that, hey, we're here too. You're not the only one out here. We're going to come at you. I think we're going to get downfield just a little bit more, maybe some crossing patterns, maybe a drag or something like that.
Now, here's the thing. Is this 4-down territory in your opinion?
Possible.
If it's 4-down territory, you go with the Doctor, I think.
Correct.
Let's see what they do. And it is a pass. He's looking back to pass. He's looking, miscommunication, a comeback route.
Yeah. And he had the receiver wide open. He just missed coming through it.
Yeah, it was definitely a miscommunication on that one. And we'll see. It brings up a 4th down, and it's now decision time.
I take it he's not the punter, huh? So the quarterback is staying in, so we're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Like you said, I mean, both teams have, you know, good, tremendous defenses. So, you know, you're not worried too much. You want to get that 1st down here, but, you know, you're not worried with your defense coming out afterwards.
That much is true. And I think as far as risk-taking is concerned, again, does the seeding between a 1 and a 2 matter? Not as much. But you want to kind of see what you got against this team. These guys are really trying to get film for what they anticipate round 2 to be, I think. You know, of course, everybody wants to win today. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But this is the time to take some risks and roll the dice, and you don't pay for it like crazy. Back to pass on 4th down, moving his feet a little bit. He throws it. He has a man, and it is a 1st down. So again, that gives the Golden Lions a lot of confidence right now. They give it to Garcia, put the ball in his hands on a critical 4th down, and he delivers. So it was worth more than just the 1st down. It was worth a lot of confidence. It was worth, showing that they have faith in their starting quarterback.
That is correct. You know, completing a pass like that on 4th down for a 1st down and more is a big deal. And, you know, they rolled right away from Tyreek. So I guess they get in that gauge. They know that they need to stay away from a little bit. So that might be one thing that they try to do here.
Indeed, they go back inside on 1st down, and now, it looks like they're playing some football. It's a good run on there, number 58, driving the pile. The offensive lineman for the Golden Lions, 72 and 58. I'm sure you guys have the rosters up there. You can tell me better than I can because I don't have it in front of me, but they're making a statement really quickly early on.
72 is Tommy Ruiz, and what was the other one, 58?
Yeah, 58 is put in some pain right now, and they're on Noble's side. Noble and number 99 for the Greenwave. Maurice, who is that, number 99 on the Greenwave?
99 on the Greenwave is Renegade with Gerald.
Oh, Gerald, gotcha. Yeah, Gerald. A little busted play action there. The Greenwave covered that up. So, yeah, you got the Gerald and Noble combo on this side of the field. And on the other side, you have the Enrique, and it looks like, I'm trying to see what the other D tackle is. Again, that's going to be the story of this game, is what that defensive line can do. Now, on 1st down, you saw Golden Lions got a push and really established some dominance up front. But then Greenwave punched back on 2nd down, and now we're at a 3rd and 10. And now I ask you again, if you're in 4-down territory, do you run the ball here or pass, Joey?
We're in 4-down territory. Like I said, we've been running left and, trying that middle. I think we pass here, though. We want to get a couple of yards to get, try to make that 4th down a little more manageable. There we go.
So they run the screen pass out. There's a little errant throw. So it's a little bit of both. When you talk about the bubble game and the screen game, it's kind of an extension of the run, and they are kind of feeling things out. And now we will see as the staff of the Gold Lions and Larry Garcia talk it over to see what decision they're going to make here.
Yeah, I think once again, they're going to try to stretch it. They're going to try to get to the back of the sticks at least for that 1st down. Anything is, if you're going to do a comeback, you want to make sure you get past the sticks with your route, unless you're going to take a shot at the end zone here and catch some sleep and, maybe you get a double move, to the sideline of some sort.
Interesting call. Okay, gotcha.
Try turning your back because it's on the other side of your body. You can't get.
Gotcha. I was thinking, to tell you the truth, of doing a hard count, try to get them to go off sides and maybe set up a more manageable fourth down situation. But let's see. Garcia back to throw. He's moving his feet, and there's Tyreek Noble again. He's having himself a day already. Yep, and you knew that was going to happen eventually. And on the first drive, Tyreek Noble ends the drive with a big-time sack. So Golden Lions take a little bit of momentum, but Tyreek Noble takes it right back. What do you think about that, Pagan?
I thought they were doing a good job those first couple of series on him, but you knew eventually he was going to get hit, his opportunity there. The last time Garcia rolled away from him a little further and was able to get the pass off. This time he slowed down and allowed Tyreek Noble to come up from behind and make a play on him. The offensive line was doing good work. I think you need to keep it back on that side, on his side, if that's what you're going to do, if you're going to try to roll away, to chip him, to slow him down a little more.
Indeed. I would also add to that it absolutely is going to be necessary for Larry to throw the ball on time. It appears as though he's kind of holding on to the ball a little bit too long. Let's get rid of the ball a little earlier. So, Chris Andrews is the quarterback. Hands it off to number 0. That's Kevin. Yep.
Yes.
And again, he's going to be the workhorse today. I know Drewski is watching from home. Drewski, we miss you, big buddy. And I know that we're definitely going to have steaks soon. And Kevin is the reason why the steak is going to be on me, because that man runs very tough. When he gets to the open field, he is very dangerous. On that one, he picked up around 3 yards. It's a good start for this offense.
It's a good start. It says a lot. Right now they want to establish their running game, and Kevin's a great back. I know Kevin personally. He's an awesome back. He's got great vision. He's an awesome blocker at the same time. So when they need time in the pocket, he can step up and block for them.
Indeed, and just looking by, he has arrows. Yep, and that's it. We said it in pregame. That's what he does, Chris Andrews. Yeah, finds him wide open, and Errol does what Errol does. That's big time first down. Errol James.
Yeah, I don't know if there was some sort of miscommunication there with the secondary, that he was able to get that far, wide open. But I mean, with Kevin running the ball and him having a little success, the play action that they did run might have froze. The corners. Shouldn't have froze the corners. It should have froze the backers, but the corner just got beat. I didn't get to see the route on that.
Indeed. He actually came in motion. I think the motion coming across.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You can't lose track of that guy, that's for sure.
No, he's the one guy on the field you need to, keep an eye on.
Indeed. We'll Greenwave have a few of them, but let's see if Andrews fakes the speed sweep to 2 and hits.
Oh, there it is.
Slant directly over to Deke Nathaniel for the touchdown. And the Greenwave are on the board first, 6-0.
That was way too easy. I mean, I gave the Lions, some props on that secondary as to what they're doing, but they don't have any pressure either. So the secondary is having to cover a lot more.
Absolutely.
Than what they used to, I guess. So, it's going to be a tough night if the defensive line don't start getting pressure.
That much is true. There is a flag on the play. I believe it was after the touchdown, but we'll check in right now.
Looks like on Sportsmanlike.
Yeah, it looks like it was afterwards. And now we get into that conversation of, do you mark it on the kickoff or you do it now? And here's the thing. With a field goal kicker, will he be able to make this from 15 yards back? And if we get into one more of those 1.2 point games, this is going to be a critical point right here. So It looks like the Golden Lions have elected to take it on the kickoff.
Correct.
I disagree with that myself, but hey, what do I know?
Right. I think I would have taken it here because I know Fernando, the kicker, he's good, but he's a little further out. So extra points are a little easier for him. Oh, it's blocked.
Okay. So again, what do I know? Oh, they're trying to throw it around to get the return the other way. Keep in mind, it can be returned the other way for 2 and turn a 6-point game into a 4-point game, which is what they were trying to do. And now, 6-0, Greenwave with all the momentum, and now we have a kickoff that's going to be it's going to be a very long field to kick through the Greenwave because you're not kicking off 15 yards back. I believe they'll be be kicking off the 20-yard line. I'll double-check that. And we have a chance for these Golden Lions return men to make a play.
So apparently, that decision to hold the penalty into the kickoff, it paid off for them right now.
Yes, it did. It definitely did. I still disagree with doing it, but hey,
Yeah, no.
that's just me. That's just me. Again, I don't know.
When it works that well for you, you look good at that moment. If they would have made it, you'd be like, oh.
Yes, indeed. Hindsight is always 20/20.
Yeah.
So, Howard, what do you say so far? Like, again, we know that the Greenwave have been a fast-starting team. They have scored on their first possession in a majority of their games, by the way, including all the games that we've covered.
Yeah, including Kingston. Yeah, they scored right on Kingston. But let's see what the Lions have to come back with. I mean, I know they got the opening kickoff, but hopefully they can put something together and come back.
Indeed, indeed. So, yes, there hasn't been a recipe for keeping the Greenwave off the board on their first possession, and they finished off the regular season just the same. Quick scoring right off the bat. So now we get into the chess match between these coaches, the coaching staff on both sides, because both of these teams have coaching staffs with extensive experience and are really good at what they do. So now, what adjustment do the Golden Lions make, Joey?
Yeah, they got to work on that secondary. Coach, talking to the defensive backs over here on the sideline, I don't, like I said, I believe there was some miscommunication. But the one guy you don't want to lose track of, you lost track of him. You let him get behind the defense completely. Not even the safety was out there to help.
Indeed, indeed. And here we go. Zay to the edge again. And what I do like about that return now, as the Golden Lions set up for their second possession, and their second series starts in Greenwave territory, which is a good start.
It is a good start. We got to hope that Garcia, once again, like you said, he looks like he's been holding on to the ball just a little too long, a little indecisive with his decisions. He needs to make them a lot faster and get rid of the ball quicker and be, more, selective and, know who he's going to go to right away with the ball.
Indeed, indeed. He's got to make decisions quicker. He has to get that ball out faster, and then we'll see from there. So let's see as they come out for their second possession. We got a good matchup on my side over here. That's Zay Duze versus Sadiq Nathaniel. And then you have over, looks like on the outside backer, Errol. And then Noble on this side. This is a tough side of the defense right here. And the short run on that one and refusing to go down. That's a good hard run right there. Picks up around 2.
It's a good hard 2 yards, Once again, as you can see, they went away from Tyreek again, but they brought motion towards him to hold him, to freeze him a little bit, so that he doesn't just get, upfield right away. He has to respect that. So, that was a smart call there, but the right side of the offensive line had nothing, really.
Indeed. And on the opposite side of the field, you have Enrique and you have Toon, 21, and Enrique is wearing on-field bubble, so I'm kind of missing this one.
Yeah, it would be something. Enrique always has Number 3, okay.
Yeah. So you have that on the other side of the field. So it's kind of pick your poison with this defense. Yep. And, yeah, just like that. Gets out to the – good move on that one. And picks up a first down. Yeah. And the goal lines are moving.
Mm-hmm. So you see, that time he made the decision quickly to get rid of the ball. And was, Enrique was in the passing lane somewhat, but he got it over him. Enrique jumped but didn't put his hands up in the air. So, I mean, the corners are playing kind of soft. You may want to bring them up a little more in the press. I mean, they're in looks like they're in a 1 or a cover 1 right now, so that may be the reason why.
Indeed, and there's the handoff over onto this side. Picks up a few on the play as well.
18, Sid Franklin.
Yep, so they're do a little switch up here. And
number 18 on the carry was Sid Franklin on there. Good run.
Indeed, and up front, this is a battle against these two lines. And again, in pregame, we heard that it's going to be a battle in the trenches. The trenches are going to decide this game, and so far, that's been the case as the Greenwave have struck because the Gold Lions weren't able to get any pressure on the quarterback in their 2 throws, and Noble was able to get a sack to get these guys off the field last time. There's Garcia, throws it over to Kadeem Wilson, and it's way too high.
Yeah, he overthrew him.
Yeah, he did have a step, though. I'm a little biased in that one, but it looks like he had a step.
Question for you. How familiar are these guys with each other?
That's the interesting thing. One of the things that you will see about this level of football is that players move from team to team and shuffle around between spring and summer. So these players are very familiar with the other players. However, this group of players versus that group of players, that's the dynamic that they're going to try to figure out how well they play with one another. Because some of these guys haven't played with each other until coming to this particular team on both sides of the ball. You know, Wilson and Ramsey, for example, Zay Duze there, coming from the city, coming up to Connecticut to play. So it's a mixed bag.
All right, so we have a 2-by-2 formation here again.
Dropping back, good throw, good catch over by Christian Ramsey, and Ramsey's going to get a good pickup on the play. Good catch. There you go. Yeah. Well done. And that is another Golden Lions first down. And
once again, he made a quick decision with the ball. He knew exactly who he was going for, and that was it. He got rid of it quickly. Good throw to that side of the field. You know, with the wider side of the field, which is a harder throw to throw, and he made that pass with no problems.
Indeed. And now you'll see substitutes on the defensive side of the ball. Looks like the tackles came out, so you have a new set of tackles in there, maybe trying to establish dominance on the line of scrimmage. Let's see if there's a drop-off or they keep the same intensity up. So take a look at the play inside. Do the Lions go back to the run game, being that the substitution happened? Yes, they do. But there's good penetration right there.
Penetration.
Through, yeah.
By number 66 on the Greenwave.
Yeah, is that Nick Cruz?
Nick Cruz, yeah.
Yes, indeed. And
Cruz.
Yep. And the matchup is between Duze and Sadiq Defedo is getting pretty hot over here. It's getting interesting. So these two guys are superior athletes, and they both know how to play the game of football, man. This is awesome.
You know, right here, what I like to see from the Lions, just a little more urgency, right? A little more hurry up. Let's not give this defense an opportunity to get set. You know, if we we did a little run, a little quick action here, fast, move the ball 2 plays at one time, not giving them an opportunity. I think that might work a little better for them.
Now, they are on the 11-yard line right now, so they are marching. But at the same time, keep in mind, Joey, I agree with you ordinarily, but the Golden Lions defense needs to get their stuff together. So maybe they need a little time over on the sideline,
Okay. We still want to score, so,
Pitch.
What a
back into the box, and it looks like there was a face mask. And
I don't see any flags. Is there a flag?
There is a flag on the near side. It's the 2 officials that were closest to it did not throw a flag, but the official that's closest to me actually threw a flag. But
yeah, it looked like I don't know. Do they have a 0 on that defense? Is there a 0? Or was it 8 that might have grabbed the face mask?
Yeah, that was interior. It looked like it could have been number 8, but again, from this angle, I'm like right down here. It was a big scrum of humanity. I was unable to get the number on that.
I see the flag, though. See if you can get in the end zone, because you're clear. You're clear all the way up here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, great, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful shot. Yeah, you're staying on.
Mm-hmm. So the officials are discussing about... Now, here's the interesting thing, right? It was second and 8, or second and 7. So now with the personal foul...
first.
No, it's half the distance. They're questioning whether it's an automatic first or not. I believe personal fouls are automatic first downs, and it is, so they will spot the ball at the 6-yard line. Indeed.
This is a great end zone view here. This is better than a camera up there. Skycam, one of those top ones, but let's see, he draws back the pass here. But goes right again.
Oh, he has a man. Oh, he's throwing high. He's throwing high. And and that's what. Oh, and it looks like
he took a good shot from Enrique. That's what it was.
Yep. So
there was no flag.
Yeah, it looks like I didn't see from here, but Larry ended up on the ground. So you might see the doctor for a play or 2 while Garcia gets his faculties back together.
Tough hit.
That was a tough hit.
Especially, in the act of throwing.
Yeah. I mean, it was time perfect. It wasn't a dirty shot, but it was a good shot by Enrique.
So the doctor Gobert is at the quarterback position.
I have not seen the doctor in the quarterback position. Would he be running with the ball, or does he pass?
You do not tell the doctor what to do. The doctor does what the doctor does.
He writes his own prescription, I guess.
Yes, he does. We shall see. Let's see what they do here. 2nd down and goal. High snap. He throws. He has a man. Oh, it was in his hand. It was in his hand. That was a battle right there. That was in his hands, though.
Should have come down.
Oh, man. That should have been a catch. Oh, that should have been a catch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know,
and you're not going to do that on Sadiq that often. So you needed to grab that one. Oh boy. Yeah. Even Sadiq is like, okay, got you. Right back to it.
They leave the doctor in.
Yes, indeed. That was a nice pass. Yep. It appears as though there's.
Is that the end of the quarter?
It might be the quarter. Look at that.
We're going to take a break.
That's a really fast quarter.
Yep. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Yeah, right.
All right, here we go. End of the first quarter, 6-zip. Greenwave. Golden Lions 0. Golden Lions are on looks like the 8-yard line right now. Looking the score here. Right now at quarterback is the doctor, I still believe, right?
Yes, the doctor is there.
Yeah, because Garcia. Yeah, Garcia took that hit and hasn't come back in the game yet.
Now, this is not a wildcat because the doctor does play quarterback. He was a quarterback in high school. I believe he plays quarterback in college. And that's a nice pass.
Oh, my God. We dropped it again on him.
Wow. He got to get his hands on that. Come on.
That's the same receiver to Wilson.
And that's
Dews got 2. Okay. Dews.
Wilson is a D line. Okay.
All right, I see they got 2 7. I see they got 2 number 7s. All right, yeah. After surgery, after everything, I've just been taking it easy. Another timeout, Greenwave.
We'll stay here for this one. We'll go down to Dave's camera. Dave, you got anybody near you?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably go to the Lions huddle.
See what they're coming up to this play.
But yeah, everybody's like super tense right now. Hey, we got Molly and Shannon coming in late. Yeah. So these guys,
yeah. Late arrivals. That's all right. It's a long drive.
There you go.
3.5 hours for me.
This commercial break brought to you by the Interstate Highway System.
Jeez.
It sucks sometimes.
How long does it take you, Dave, to get here?
It took me an hour and 45 minutes.
You're the quickest.
No, it took me about the same thing. I was driving kind of slow. I wasn't really pushing it. Yeah.
You weren't in the 80s? Like
no, I normally in the 80s. No, I was keeping it 60, 65. I was doing all right. Yeah. And when I left, there was no real traffic. It was good. I mean, it's the difference between 5 to 10 minutes sometimes is unreal as far as traffic goes.
Pockets. A lot of pockets.
Ready for play whistle is hit?
Yeah.
We're back in.
There you go.
And we're going to keep you here, Dave. So you got the angle right now for us.
Oh, yes, this is critical here. Yeah, big fourth down.
It's a great view.
Got a great view.
And Larry Garcia's back in. Let's see if he can spin to the end zone here. Oh, nice design.
Good. Hard count.
There we go. They can.
Good defense.
And a flag. So that's going to be a first down.
Mm-hmm.
And this man is working. Uh-oh. Oh. And now there's a what? The penalty. I couldn't see it from here. It was good coverage. It was a veteran move. I would have let you off.
Always good to
I'm a
say
defensive guy. Yeah, it was very good coverage. Yeah.
False start on the offense.
Yeah. Now what?
Pass interference on the defense.
Yeah. With a New York ref that knows you, they would let you play. Yeah. They definitely would. He had the little hand, whoop whoop whoop.
We're gonna replay the down.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be replayed. Now the debate that's occurring right now is whether the play should have been whistled dead, because apparently the Greenwave is arguing that there was either contact or something that the play shouldn't have gone. So if the play shouldn't have gone, then the pass interference shouldn't have happened, because they know if you decline the offside but take the pass interference, it is first down and not fourth and shorter. Yeah. But here's the thing.
Well, they offset because there was a false start.
No. It wasn't a false start. It was encroachment. So since it was an encroachment, what they're saying is if you would stop the on the encroachment, no.
All right, let's just wait.
There's no way that they would say it was false start.
They showed illegal motion on the offense and they showed pass interference on the defense.
Oh, if it's illegal motion on the offense, then they would offset and you would replay this down.
Right. That's what right. Fourth down. Yep.
Yeah. But I thought, again, from this side, I can't see.
I know.
It looked like it was encroachment. So if both penalties were on the Greenwave, they would. 1-1, then they would be offsetting right now.
I don't know if the pass interference supersedes.
Now, if it was a false start, then the play would have been dead. If it is a illegal motion or any type of shift, the play still goes. And if there's a defensive penalty, it does offset. That is the rule. So
he's explaining that.
Yes, whether they knew it or not, I don't know. But if it should have been a dead ball.
But it looks like they're going to march off some yards here. I don't know.
If they're marching off the yards, then it had to have been a false start, because the false start should have been a dead ball penalty.
Yep.
But what's interesting is backing up may not be the.
What's even more interesting is what Joey got.
Backing them up might not be the worst thing, because the two throws that have missed far, have been overthrown. Yes. So maybe by giving Garcia an extra 5 yards to work, who knows? We might see 6 here.
Right. It's going to be. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of times it's
that's the problem with the decline or take the penalty. You give them more space to work with offensively, it can work against you. As to where you keep them close and less yardage for the defense to cover. So let's see. This defensive line needs to get a feeling of some pressure right now.
Right. So I still never saw the signal as to what the actual penalty was, but I guess we'll figure it out.
It must have been a false start, because that's where they're back.
Yeah.
They're replaying the down.
Or a false start. There we go. Back to pass on fourth down. He's throwing on timing, and there's a lot of contact. Oh. Yeah, there was a lot of contact on that one. If they're
say too loud because you're right next to me.
Yeah, it's interesting, because if they threw the flag on Sadiq on the other side, then that definitely was a flag. I'm a defensive coach, so I just want them to play regardless and just let them go at it. But it is a little inconsistent. Who knows? But hey,
It's early.
Greenwave got him off the field. It's still early. None of these plays are going to be like that consequential if you just make more plays now.
Right. Well, I mean, the Lions need to get back out there now. They're back on defense. Hopefully they've corrected the wrong that they've had, in that secondary. And, once again, this defensive line here, needs to step up and get some pressure also.
Absolutely. And Greenwave defense was on the field for a long time, so they had a long time to fix this up. And we'll see. We've seen the Greenwave come out smoking in every game that they've had. They have gone through roles, but let's see if they follow with another 6 on their second possession. As Andrews hands it off to Kevin, and Kevin bounces off
back the other way. Oh, good job.
And it looks like the ball is out. And it is Golden Lion ball.
Golden Lion.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow. So Kevin hit the first hole, bounced off, came back 3 gaps to the right, and then
Guess you got it. You're not going to believe it.
It was David Miranda.
Oh, wow. Chucky with the fumble recovery. Way to go, Chucky.
Yeah, Mister, let me see your ID.
Every game, he's always watching us, which is great. He's one of our moderators, so.
Yes. He will never let us forget this one. Oh my God. Especially if they score on this, he will never let us forget this one.
It's going to be his biggest highlight as of today right now.
No.
Oh, you're always
do
in
that.
there, so.
Please don't make me do that. For the love of God.
All right, well, they gave us here an opportunity here. Let's see what he does with the ball now.
Yep, Darto's in the backfield. Let's see what they do. They give it to the Doctor. Yeah.
That defensive line is really good, and they're not doing much.
Yes, indeed. They cover up gaps. Every single gap was covered on that one. There was nowhere to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Gobert tried to paste the hole, and there was nothing there. So we go to second down. Oh man! So how big is this turnover? What we got to do here? What do we got to do in order to get some yards here? We back throwing the ball?
I believe so. Cause, I mean, that's the best thing we've had. You've had a couple of good runs early. Inside. So if you can get that inside run again and stay away from these 2 defensive ends, you might be able to get something. But their D tackles, their starting D tackles are back in the game. So
yes, indeed they are. They definitely have those big boys back in, looking to pass. He has a man, and there's Tuesday. He gets around him, and it's a touchdown. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh no!
He gave him. He got him in.
It is a touchdown. Yeah.
I was running to mark him
Oh,
out.
Tuesday with the touchdown, and he got the bag. Oh, he came out with the bag. He is walking with the bag. There we go.
Oh, boy.
He got the Louis bag. He got the Louis bag.
Let's see it. Show him the bag. There it is.
Yeah, he had the assistant with the bag. Oh, no. The bag. Wow.
So Dave, when you get back around to the sideline, I think you do need to go to Dave Miranda and talk to him about that fumble they recovery. I'm just saying, it was big. They scored.
I'm sorry. I left him at home. I'm sorry. I assume my bad. It was my wife's fault, but I'll take the blame for it. My bad.
So we have a game now, Dave.
Yes, we definitely do.
Right? So, it seems like Garcia's settling down a little bit more. The receivers are running a little crisper routes. Mm-hmm. The defenders are playing kind of soft. So, what receivers tend to do is run routes to defenders as opposed to, shortening up a little bit and creating space.
Right.
So it looks like that was one of the adjustments offensively that they might have said, or as that, hey, let's run it just a little short and give ourselves, an opportunity to make a play with the ball and hopefully get into the end zone, which is what they did.
Yeah, they were going back pile on, and now put the brakes on and just put the ball in the playmaker's hands and let them make a play. And we got a ball game right now, and let's see what the goal lines do here. At the 3-yard line, good time to score on a team just when they've just been scored upon. So let's see.
At 3-by-1 here. Let's see.
Back to pass, he's looking. He has a man. That was good defense right there. That was good defense. Yeah, and it's funny. It was a good ball placed where it needed to be, and got to the play. That was some good, solid defense. Yeah,
just a little bit too much on it. Where it was a good placement, like you said. The only person who had an opportunity was the receiver. It was just a little too far out where he went out of bounds with the ball.
Yeah, that was a solid play. And since we have a special team play coming up now, I'm assuming that David Miranda's going to be on the field.
Oh, you got lucky there. Okay.
Yes, indeed, he is definitely there. I do want to see the kid with the Larry Garcia shirt. If you go down to my camera, you will see the kid with the Larry Garcia jersey has the bag. Oh, man, what happened on that one?
Shit, I had a sorry corner on me. I killed him. Like that. Just like that. Whoever can hear me, put them all out there. Great job. I had a sorry corner out there and I killed him.
And now, you've been saying all week this was going to happen, man.
24 hours, tick, tock. He said, go to shot. Come on now. I'm ready for this, dog.
Now, the other two, it was right there.
Yeah, I came out rusty, bro. That's my fault. So we took total accountability. Hey, we come back out of that play and make plays after that. Come on now.
Yeah, I was glad to see you come down with the ball on that last play. Those first two, like you said, they were just out of, you dropped those passes that should have been touchdowns. But, you came back with it, and that was a good job there.
Yeah.
What else you got in that bag?
A lot of stuff in that bag.
Appreciate
y'all, man.
All right. We'll get back to him. Oh, man.
Now you're going to stay on this side here. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Who do we got returning for the Greenwave?
Looks like it's 80-something. Oh, Tunes got it. Oh. And, yep. Oh. And Tunes.
Good job. Good job
man.
by Tunes. Just a straight run up.
And then we got a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Okay. Face mask.
Oh, man.
Going to add on to the run.
Yes, indeed.
This offense was starting already at the 35. Now you're going to give them another 10, 15, depending on the face mask. Forget about it.
Yep. So that's definitely the response that the Green Wave needed in terms of field position. So let's see if the Golden Lion defense can
hold off again and come up with another turnover.
Yep.
Once again, I mentioned that early on in the broadcast, that turnovers are going to be big. So right now, the Golden Lions are, here first with that first turnover and being able to capitalize on that.
Absolutely. So we do see. I do want to point out, as we did welcome some of our late arriving players, the offensive line for the Green Wave has a bit of a resume to it. So right now, I would definitely run the football. You got West over there, big number 52. I can hardly see the number because he's a very big dude. You got Randy over there, number 57. You got Tubby. We saw Tubby and how his importance and with the snap last time. Counterplay.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
big guy. Oh, wow.
And try to flatten the tire on the way.
Those tires are hard to flatten, though. That kid can run. I watched him the other couple of weeks ago at Pelham. He can really run. He's got a motor on him. And guys don't want to tackle him either.
Indeed. And when you're dealing with Kevin, and then that is the changeup, that's a tough dose. So now I'm looking 2, 4, 6, 8. I think they have 10 on the field. 2, 4, 6, 8. They only have 10 guys on the field. So it's hard enough playing football with 11 on the field, and you got an offensive line that looks like that with a running back that's doing those type of things. It is damn near impossible to do that with only 10 players on the field.
Yeah, and it looks like the Golden Lions defensive line now, it's going to have their hands full with the way the offensive line just got stacked. That all these guys finally made it here, and they're ready to play. So it is going to be who's centering for the Green Wave now, Dave? Do you know? Is it Tubby or?
Yep, you see the orange cleats, so it is Tubby. Those steps are on point. Again, that's something that we took a look at last time. That was really important. They got the big boys. They got the push up front.
Yeah.
You got Lopez, number 30.
I think Lopez was snapping earlier. But now they got their full offensive line. You got West, you got Randy, you got everybody there. So Tubby, yeah. Very familiar with all these guys on that offensive line. I am too.
So yes, this quarterback Chris Andrews is well protected. Let's see right here. Handoff up the middle. That is Kevin Pear.
Okay. Good.
And, oh, he right through. Kevin Pear with a touchdown. And just like that, the Greenwave strike back. And, boy, this is a heavyweight bout right now.
Yeah. It is. It almost looked a little too easy for Greenwave right now, offensive line there, to do what they just did. I mean, without not taking anything away from Kevin. Kevin's a great runner. He's got good vision. He stays low. He squares his shoulders. But that offensive line opened a good hole for him there so that he can make it through.
Absolutely, indeed. Now we have the extra point, which will do the old school field goal rules where it's right up front. Or extra point rules, I should say. There we go.
Once again, you got some confusion on the defensive side over here with the Golden Lions.
Yeah, that was a bad series for them. They just they might have gone a little bit too high after the touchdown, and I mean they blocked the last one. We'll see.
It looks like the Greenwave, were grabbing each other, making sure that they step down and block, so that they don't get any anybody coming through that line there. So they might have made that adjustment on the on the sideline, but let's see. They're moving Fernando back here, so let's see what happens.
Indeed.
All right, let's see.
Ooh. Oh,
he got penetration again.
He got it though. Yep.
Good kick by Fernando.
Yeah, that was good poise right there because they were coming through. They were coming through.
Yeah, they really did. Whatever they did on the offensive line to adjust to stop that rush, they didn't do well because they still came through.
Yeah, and field position has been the story.
Yeah.
Special teams. Always, man.
Special teams, like I said earlier.
That you're hated for some reason. Oh, everybody likes to be the bad guy. Yeah, the field position has been the big thing. All these returns, again, the turnover in your own red zone. You start now 3 possessions.
Right.
This is the 4th possession for the Golden Lions. They started pretty close to the 50. They started at the 40, the Greenwave 40, and then they got a turnover, which had them start at the 11-yard line. So when it comes to field position, they couldn't ask for more. But then your special teams gives up, and you said in the beginning of the programming, is special teams going to decide this thing? Right. And it looks like special teams is deciding the field position and therefore starting to decide the game.
Correct. So, once again, let's see what kind of return we get here from the Golden Lions. I know Fernando gets the ball kind of deep, but not that deep. So, if they receive the ball and they're on the 30, 35 already, it's not going to take much to get to the 40. So, they'll be starting with good field position regardless. So,
right. And with this win, he does get the ball up in the air high, and it gives the Greenwave players a chance to get down there. The drawback from that is if he gets past that line, then there's nobody behind it, and it is Duze with the ball, as you can see. Ooh, there we go. He got moved. That's a very good move. That is a very good return. That's a solid return.
Solid return out
to the 41-yard line.
Yeah. So you see, that was good. He had the wind behind him. It was a good kick, but the kick returner, he's got some good yards right now. He's about 20 on that one. So,
and let's be reminded that the last Greenwave touchdown was set up by the Tune return. Tune,
correct.
And then on top of the big time return by Tune, he ended up with the face mask,
which added to the yardage. That's correct.
There you go. So they started the possession in the red zone.
And they kicked off from the 20. So both teams kicked off from the 20 for unsportsmanlike after touchdowns.
Yeah.
Lost them both.
Oof, tough one. So maybe they'll buckle down in the second half and realize that they might not be good enough to be given up yards like that. We shall see. Handoff. Number 18. He's running sideways. He's running out of real estate.
Yeah. Earl from his corner position came up really good.
Yeah,
you know.
Now, if you know you're playing a defensive line with this type of speed, once you get to your destination in terms of gap, because we know they weren't running that play designed to go on the sideline. Once you get to your gap, whether it's the B gap or the C gap, go over one more gap, and that's it. Just go north.
Yeah, exactly.
When you try to stretch it out that much, you end up just losing more yards, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, at some point you got to try to, turn your body, get skinny, and try to squeeze through a crack there and, do something instead of continue going back and losing more yards.
Indeed. So that's a big time play by the defensive line. Now, the far side of the field is now the side where you have, I mean, if you heard before, Tyreek Noble and Errol James. So,
right. I mean, they're to the boundary side, so, Enrique's got a lot of ground to cover on this side. Let's see what they try over here.
Oh, he's got a man pass. Looks like the ball drifted out of bounds by like 8 yards. Woo!
Well, I mean, good pass. It did look like it drifted off, off to the sideline a bit much, so... he got lucky on that last play because Enrique looked like he was going to drop back in coverage as opposed to rushing. So, he was able to roll a little more. He just didn't look like he didn't get his feet planted and throw the ball. Some of those mechanics that you mentioned early on in the season that he fixed, he looked like, he maybe fall back in.
Indeed, and Enrique does have the athletic ability to get into coverage. He is that type of player, so
yes.
We shall see.
And, he gave him that big shot earlier in the game, so, you got to know he's not going to want to roll out and get into that, get hit again like that.
Indeed. Garcia back to pass. Got the screen to Wilson. They're going to try to get him heated up. And that's Enrique. Enrique got out, made the play on that one, so, man, check on the footage, replay the right tackle, what he's doing, because if that end is fine, I'm not sure if they could do anything with these ends. They might need to go back to the middle of the field.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I know that Enrique managed to run that down from behind, so, showing, his bit of athleticism there, but, that's, you'd rather have him going upfield creating havoc rather than having to come back and chase somebody from behind.
That much is true, but if he didn't make that play, then this is a first down. That's a big-time tackle because then you got 4th and 2. And, of course, the goal lines are going for it. We haven't seen punters today at all.
Not yet.
So, again, we're talking about rolling the dice. Let's see what they do. Maybe a hard count, try to get them off sides. No. Oh, there it is. There it is. And in pass coverage. He just said it. He just said that he had the ability to go in pass coverage. He does, and he nearly gets a pick six. Yeah, it's
Good job. Good, presence to get his hands up right away and being able to make that play on the ball.
Absolutely. The devil's in the details. If you can hit a replay on that, you go to my camera, you can see him technique-wise getting to the outside. If not, just roll it back on your live footage. I'm not going to make you do too much work, but it was right there on my side. I know where the goods are.
Yeah, Dave, I've been waiting for a replay. I haven't mentioned it, but
we've spoiled Howard. Like, we have all of this festivities. We got all this great analysis. We have all the camera angles. We're in huddles and stuff.
We have the replay going here now. Coming up now.
There you go. So he forgot what the replay button looked like.
Yeah.
You can see him on the line.
Enrique is on the line. He does drop back. He's not rushing at all.
Yeah.
He gets his hand up, in the passing lanes, which was great. Good job by Enrique.
Well done. Very well done. And it's easy to overlook him because on the other side you got Tyreek Noble. And Parrish.
Oh, my God.
Run 9 yards. And
typical.
Kevin. If he gets cooking, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble if he gets cooking. And this is not looking good because they're giving up the ball on their side of the 50 already. So,
and he has
the punt might have been a better one.
Indeed. Now let's see. Do they stay with the run game? Now, in other games that we've seen where the Greenwave have been involved in more competitive games, they have gone to the pass, not like on neck with the run game. Now, again, I'm a little impartial because I'm looking at an offensive line that looks like
Yeah.
Like the goods, right? So me, I just run, and then you got running backs that look like that.
Yeah, the fullback who's leading.
There you go. And even fully selling out for the run, Greenwave gets the first down on that one, as you can see. So, yeah, I'd be a little bit. I would toss the passing part of my playbook out.
Trevor, that kid number 33, he's got some good feet. He had a good jump cut there to be able to get upfield, really quick, start going up, and he was able to get the first down. That's one thing I watch back. Their feet work, the footwork that they have. Kevin's got great, but this kid, he stopped on the dime, jump cuts, and it goes back and makes it, gets open to get yards, which is really great.
Indeed. What I am seeing being down on the field is that this New England Lions team is a bit anxious. They're not nearly as aggressive as they started out. These last two possessions, they're kind of looking around and looking anxious is the word. Hard count there. Oh, and that's Chris Andrews' keeper fakes the handoff to Bear and takes the
Where did Chris Andrews come from? Any history?
Yeah, he played on the. Well, I know him from the Harlem Gators. He has played for the Greenwave before. He's played for the New York Ducks. I think that's the team that he has played for in terms of the most consistency. A solid quarterback, one of those names of players who oftentimes is overlooked, often disrespected, but can make the throws. And as you saw during the course of this year, this is now the third quarterback that the Green Wave have had. If this is your third quarterback, that's a pretty good roster that you got.
Yeah, definitely. The depth says a lot there. Green, look at this. Good pass.
Well set up to Tune, but
the middle linebacker, that was not well at all.
That was well defended. Well defended.
Losada on the play there, number 44. He wasn't fooled at all. He saw that coming right away.
Yeah. And you know what? It might have been the lack of aggression that allowed them to get in front of that. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Right.
I think that was a good play call. If they had pinned their ears back and had been a little bit more aggressive, I think that thing gets through.
Right. So, you had to make a play. So here we got 3rd and 10. It looks like. Where do you go from here? What do you do here, Dave?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm looking at Sadiq Nathaniel over here, and I'm looking at who's number 5. Is it number 5 on this side or 6?
I can't tell. His jersey slipped up. So
yeah. Who?
Number 5 is Dominic Bailey, but number 6 is Miller. He's a wide receiver.
That's
He's still on his feet.
Yeah,
you didn't want that.
Wow.
Miranda with another tackle.
Oh, that's Cod. Okay, yeah, number 6, he's legit too.
Right.
But here's the thing about Cod: does he have the chemistry with Andrews at this point that Andrews is going to deliver the ball to him? I know from Gator days that Chris Andrews is comfortable throwing the ball to Sadiq Nathaniel, as we saw, of course, with that first touchdown pass. He's worked with, and that goes back to what I was saying before about a lot of these players, although they have not played on the same team before, they know each other very well. They've played against one another, and some of them have played on the same team. So it's just a matter of gelling, what have you. But Cod is a weapon, and is often an overlooked weapon, 100%.
All right. Well, we see Green Wave took the time out here, to discuss what they're going to do on 4th down. Obviously, they're not going to punt, right? Their defense is playing good, so
Apparently, we gave the punters the day off today.
Yeah, it seems.
And we didn't do the 30-yard walk-off.
No, 35 walk-off. Yeah, it's not a youth game.
That is correct. That is right. Yeah. So, with this offensive line, the play call could be anything here. Maybe a play action, just to get open, get the defense to freeze a little bit. But, you don't necessarily have to because your receivers are running great routes, and he has time. Right? That's if the ball comes out right. I don't know what happened on that last snap with Tubby.
Absolutely, indeed. It's definitely critical to get this snap right. So we shall see. This is a big play right here as far as the first half goes. 4th down, back to pass. He's looking this side. He finds a guy in the middle, and
wow! He was wide.
Tune had a step. He definitely did.
Yes.
He definitely had a step.
I know he had some pressure coming up in his face, up in the middle. Kevin stepped up and picked it up, but he just couldn't make that connection with Toon down there.
Yeah, it looks like and again, we did this with the breakdown when we talked about Larry Garcia. When these quarterbacks try to lift up a little bit too high, shoulders get too high, that ball fails on them, and it ends up going a couple of feet past where the target is.
Could it also be the crown on the field? There is a slight crown that could also affect it.
No, that's not gonna do it. Yeah,
it's a beautiful field.
Yeah, is that a hawk over here? No, really.
It might be.
I'm sitting here like put the camera on it, but I have a camera in my hand. That was a big hawk.
All right, so now Golden Lions here. What are we doing? We got
It's going after Black's barbecue.
That's right.
It falls on the grill. Find out it's an endangered species. Yeah, you got stack formation. Oh, he's looking for. Oh man, he's gonna fit. Oh, almost. He's going after Sadiq. He's gonna go to Duze.
Yeah.
And I know that kid. And Zay is going to say, I am open every single time.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna compete.
We heard him in the interview. He says he's got more coming. He says he started out slow. That was a good pass. Over the shoulder. To the sideline. If he comes down with it, he comes down with it only. Not the anyone else. So that was pretty good.
Indeed. And we spoke about the competition today between Sadiq Nathaniel and Zay Duze. And being that they got the best of him, luggage and the whole bit, Sadiq shaking it off like a consummate professional, right back to it, and he's out there competing. Now, this level, you would see a lot of times, once a corner gets cooked once, then it's on the menu all afternoon long. So Sadiq's gonna rise to the occasion, and he's going to defend. We'll see what we got here. 2nd down and 10. Garcia back to pass. He's looking. He's taking time. He's taking to it. Ooh. He has a man in. Oh, nicely done. Right on the sideline. Wow.
Ramsey on done. Good catch by
Ramsey. And that is a 1st down, 10, 20, 34. That was a 30-something yard catch. And I think if you're checking out on the FanDuel, he definitely got his over and all-purpose yards today with those two possessions. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, no, the good pass. Once again, what I saw defensively there was they had Enrique dropping, back. I mean, you got, you want to. I like him going back in the coverage, but you want to utilize his strength. His strength is rushing the quarterback and creating havoc and pressuring. You're giving Garcia the opportunity to throw the ball, and it's not working for the Greenwave now. You understand? They need to get pressure.
Indeed. And these guys are competing. As you can see, Christian Ramsey. They were in Christian Ramsey's ear all week, really. All week, really. And when he delivers, the toe touching on the sideline, the knock on him sometimes is that he drops the football. Or let me be real. Everybody drops the football, but when he drops the football, people know that annoys him.
Yep.
So they keep on acting as though he drops the football all the time. And it gets under his skin. And that catch right there on the sideline, big pressure situation, that's big for Ramsey. And if he gets into a little bit of a groove, we're going to see something here.
Yeah, no, I've seen him get into the zone where he starts taking off and it wasn't a timeout. Then what took so long? What were they doing?
Yeah, it was a 2-minute warning, and I don't know why they were waiting.
That was a 2-minute warning. All right.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't a timeout. If you move to your left a little bit, number 55 is right on the end there.
Oh my God! You know what? I would love to, but the ball's about to be in play. So.
We're about to be in play.
And I know how you hate. How to get to him? He's looking for Duze again. It comes back on it. Oh!
I don't know. They got tangled up there. I wouldn't have thrown the flag there. It's, just a little bit of contact. You got to let them play a little bit.
Yeah. I'm a defensive coach, so I'm not gonna.
No, I mean, the offensive players got to fight a little bit to get back. If you don't make much of an effort, the ref may not want to throw the flag.
Indeed.
So Dave's looking at you right now. Dave's looking at you. Dave's looking at you. You know that, right? And he's talking to you, I bet.
He definitely is.
All right. Maybe you ought to go over to say hello to him.
Why would I do that?
Okay. All right.
The ball's about to be a play.
I mean, just tell him the waves to us. Just tell him the waves to the camera.
Where's the camera, Dave? He said my camera. He said he does.
Yeah,
he said to my camera.
Yeah.
This is what you want me to do. You want me to have a camera?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're not doing that. You're right. You're right.
Did you get him on?
All right. Here we go.
Oh my goodness! All right, second down at 10. Garcia and shotgun. The Doctor back. Is that Doctor? Is that? That's Doctor back there.
There we go.
Oh yes. Oh nice. Okay.
Good catch.
Good catch. That's number 88 is Shannon James, who's also a very good football player. He competes with everybody too.
Right.
Yeah, we have some really good matchups across the board. That's Kadeem Wilson. I think Wilson. That's his third catch today.
I'm not sure. I mean, it might be, but
we have to check the stats.
Yeah, the over/under for him, I think, was 4.5, I believe.
Yeah.
Indeed, though, under 2 here.
Yeah. Indeed.
At least.
Right.
Yeah. The Bleezy Sportsbook had it at 4.5.
I couldn't tell you it's snowing in here. I can't really see.
That's awesome. Back to pass. He's looking. And now the flag looks like. What do we got? Ooh, defensive holding. Okay. You don't see that on this level very often.
Maybe that's why he couldn't make the catch.
Wow. Yeah, defensive holding. That's automatic first down. Now, he does have to be mindful of clock management right now because they're not close.
And if we're right up here, the Lions have 2 timeouts. So, you can definitely use one to set it up, to what you want, but penalty stops the clock. Oh, it's a first down, so.
Now it's time to go for it.
Yeah.
You got the greatest receivers out there.
Yep. And now the clock is running. They got to start hurrying up. They got to have some pace here.
The chains on it even set, so let's see what they come up with here.
They need the clock from the other day in Atlantic City.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. First down. Garcia back to pass. He's looking. He throws on time this time and looking toward the
receiver wasn't even looking back for the ball.
No, he definitely was not. And we have a flag on the play. And it looked like we played a little bit of stupid football, and there might be a personal foul.
Okay.
I know 77 has been going at it with those guys.
Yeah, man, they're competing. Yeah. That was well defended. They used the sideline. Even if he was looking, roughing the passer.
Yeah. Oh.
So that was on
15.
Yeah, that was on Enrique.
Yep.
So that may be one of the reasons why. I mean, they have him, out there, but he just gets a little too out of hand on occasions.
Indeed. Especially
if I remember from last game, 23 who's in the game now is the pass catching back. So I don't know if he's in there for that. Oh, he's going out. Never mind.
He went out to slot receiver.
Yeah.
This is fun, man.
He's a pass catcher.
Indeed. So now we're 1st and 10, and at the 14, you get a chance to possibly get a first down without getting in the end zone. Maybe you run the curls up, right, just like you scored on the last touchdown, except now you might be able to get a first down before you get the touchdown and go back to the Doctor.
And motion.
There we go. He's looking. He has it right here. Oh, right here. Oh, right here.
Oh,
right
wow.
Here. Oh, my God, it was right here. Wow. Intimidator bet. Shannon Sancho. Wow. My goodness. That was a good ball, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a good ball. Yeah, I definitely want to replay on that one.
When you get home, we'll show it to you.
Second down and again.
That was close. Yeah, that was close. Yep. Time out. So you can find that. You can find that replay because I
find out how much time is left on the clock that you can get a good gauge. Maybe you can ask on the refs.
Indeed, I was right on the pylon for that one. Oh yeah, my goodness. These guys are competing. What's the clock at? He has a clock.
Here we go, Joe.
There we go.
Joey's watching.
All right. So Hodge is here, set for the pass.
Down on the line camera. Here's the motion that we saw.
Mm-hmm. Takes
What's the
off.
clock at?
Oh.
Oh!
Man, Dave, did you see this replay? Yeah, I don't know, he just dropped that one.
They're on another camera. Why? What's up?
I know that. No, motherfucker. I saw you celebrating with the niggas over there.
Kev went right by me. Kev went right by me. Ask Kevin. I was right next to Kevin. Look at the replay. He wants me to cover their celebrations the same.
I was right next to Kevin. Kevin didn't say anything.
Oh, that's Randy. Okay, Randy should have said that you didn't cover his teammate's touchdown.
Meanwhile, Kevin broke out no prompts. I'm standing right next to him, by the way. When he scored the touchdown, he didn't do anything.
Right. He didn't bring a Gucci bag.
And he definitely did not bring a Gucci bag. And on top of it, Sadiq Nathaniel, I definitely had Sadiq on a close-up when he scored.
Yes.
And he did the point, ha thing.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, bro. Everybody wants to be most hated. I like Aldo. I love everybody.
Yeah.
Was it Jackie? Everybody love everybody.
There it is. So what do we have here? We have second. Or was it third?
Second down.
All right.
Oh Lord, that was good penetration by the defense. That was
still spinning now.
That was noble.
Being carried by his
Flag, a late flag there.
I don't think he can carry him like that. We'll see that.
The tush push rule.
That was a tush carry.
Oh boy,
I'd like to see the signal on this.
Oh boy,
it's going to be aiding the runner. If it's going to be a penalty, it'll be aiding the runner because that's what he was doing. He was aiding the runner by carrying him forward.
Yeah, he was about to suplex him.
Yep, aiding the runner offense.
We don't have a white cap. Just say white cap. He's got his black hat on there. So, what is that? A 5-yard penalty or 10?
That's a good question.
We'll see.
It's so rarely called. We're bringing out the rule book today. It looks like it's 5.
Yeah, that is one rule that you don't see.
Indeed. And now the guy on the chains is trying to move, and yeah.
No. Oh, that's never good.
Like he's never seen football before.
No, he hasn't.
He's just hanging out with his buddy, the guy with the number.
I think he's thinking about Black's Barbecue. I think that's what it is. He's looking to get it at halftime. He's looking to get over there.
True story, yeah. Howard, you better have some commercials lined up for halftime.
I do, but you're running the show. I guess you're producing also as well.
Oh, no. I'm clocking out. Here we go. Garcia with the ball. He's looking right here. Again, it's coming. Here's the play. Here, what a defensive play on that one. Well done. Hey, these guys are competing.
I mean, you can obviously see the mismatch. Hunch feels that he's got a, size differential over this kid here, but he's holding his own, number 88 there. He definitely is.
And a double
Shannon.
Yeah. Someone's got to be singled.
Yeah.
If Dude's is singled, why would you go on that side? But, again, it's possession and it's, what you want to do.
And you know what? He's throwing the ball earlier, which I liked. He's making a decision early and going with it. So, June got over a little bit later. He threw it early. I'm not mad at that decision.
Right. And
it's all options.
Yeah, I don't like him standing there and trying to look somebody open. I'd rather him just make a decision and go with it.
Right, and he's thrown to the right side now 3 times. His last 3 passes, I think, were to the right side.
And they've been in the right spot. Let's be honest. Those 2 footballs, especially the one right here on the pylon, was a fantastic ball. Absolutely on point. It was just really good defense that was played.
I got to jump in, so we got a commercial. So let's go to a commercial. We got to
sounds.
All right.
All right, here we are. We're coming back with the Golden Lions, the Greenwave. Golden Lions are now.
I think both teams are out of timeouts. I'm pretty sure. I'm leaving one for New England.
Yeah. Let's see what they come up with now here. What they call.
Oh. That was Tyreek Noble with the pass deflection.
Flag on the play. Got a holding penalty.
Early indications that you're going to back them up. You're going to play the clock game.
Well, yeah. If you decline it, it's fourth down.
Right.
Or if you back them up, it is a long. But you give them 2 downs to do it.
Yeah. Once again, it's a question because we don't have a clock, so to find out how much time there is. Do you have time for 2 plays with no timeout?
I would assume that yes, time for 2 plays.
Okay. It looks like they declined the penalty, right?
No, they took it.
They took it. They definitely moved them back. And it looks like the guy with the down marker is fed up.
Yeah, you see, he dropped it already. I'm done with this. All right, the next barbecue's calling me. He can smell it from over there.
Again, in the end zone because I think they're going to go vertical on this thing.
Okay.
We shall see. And now, since he's got the Doctor in the backfield with him, looks like, Doctor throwing the ball. Doctor with a good ball. Oh! Ramsey!
Oh, wow.
Now, here's the thing. If Ramsey looked back, that's a half.
That's a half.
So maybe I was wrong. I definitely was wrong. If Ramsey had looked back, that's Ramsey's ball.
Yeah. It was right in.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
It's a tough.
Ramsey.
That's a tough pass over the top, directly over top of you. That's like an outfielder trying to catch that ball.
Yeah, and he had a bunch of defenders near him, so that might have been a factor there. Anyway, 13-6, Greenwave, halftime. We'll be back.
Ready for my top 5 reasons why you should move to West Haven? Let's get started. Hi, I'm Stacey Olson with the Valentini team of William Davis Real Estate, and on my channel, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about moving to the Connecticut shoreline. West Haven is a small shoreline city. It's actually the youngest city in Connecticut, and it's just west of New Haven, as the name sounds. The population is about 55,000 people, and the median home price is only $265,000. I know, $265,000 in Connecticut is a really affordable price. Residents that live there refer to themselves as Westies. West Haven's a great option for people who want to be close to New Haven, have access to Metro North, and still be affordable. So here's my top 5 reasons why you should move to West Haven. The number 1 reason are the beaches and the boardwalk. West Haven has almost 4 miles of publicly accessible beaches. That's 25% of the total state of Connecticut's public beach access. That's crazy. Think about that. 25% of Connecticut's beaches that are for the public are actually in West Haven. That's a huge selling point for a lot of people. One of the main attractions is the Sandy Point Beach and Bird Sanctuary. It's listed on the Connecticut Coastal Birding Trail and has been designated as an important bird area by the Audubon of Connecticut. And in 2021, West Haven actually received the Audubon's inaugural Share the Shore Award for the amazing work it did at Sandy Point on behalf of Long Island Sound beaches and the nesting birds that reside there. Another great beach area is called Bradley Point, and it has panoramic views of Long Island Sound, and let me tell you, they are amazing. This is a great place for people to just go and relax and hang out. It has plenty of room for picnicking and recreation. I've been down there several times where people are flying kites, playing frisbee. The area is huge, and for a beach in Connecticut, that's a big deal. Our beaches tend to be a little smaller and narrower, but this one's actually a very large beach that can hold a lot of people. Bradley Point also has the Veterans Walk of Honor, which are memorials that commemorate both the Korean and the Vietnam War. And every Memorial Day, they have a ceremony just for that. Just adjacent to Bradley Point is Old Grove Park. Here you'll find plenty of benches and beautiful trees, as the name would imply. This is where they have bocce courts and they hold a summer concert series. It's also a great spot to just hang out with friends and look at the beautiful Long Island Sound. Another great attraction that brings people down to the beach is the Savin Rock Boardwalk. It's actually a 2-mile paved path right along the shore, and it's great for walkers and bikers. And the view is spectacular. You have to go down there. It's one of the most pristine views of the Long Island Sound that you will get in Connecticut. Another great thing about Savin Rock is it actually has a conference center. So if you want to hold like a larger party or a wedding, you can rent out this facility. And again, it's right on the Sound, so it has beautiful views. Every summer, there's a 2-day festival called the Savin Rock Festival, and it actually commemorates the old Savin Rock amusement park that used to be there. So back in the 1920s to 60s, there was actually an amusement park there that was comparable to the Coney Island that we know today in New York. Unfortunately, that's no longer there, but every year they have this 2-day festival with rides and games and food, and it's just a great spot for everyone to meet and have a good time. And lastly, another great event they hold every year are the 4th of July fireworks. So if you are lucky enough to live down near the shore, you can just walk, but plenty of people drive their cars and they all hang out at the beach to watch the great fireworks display that's put on every year by West Haven. Another perk about living in West Haven is the beach pass. So if you're a resident and you're paying taxes, you get a beach pass. But what's amazing is in West Haven, they actually give you a 2-year pass. Pretty much everywhere else you live, you get an annual pass, and every year you have to go pick it up. But West Haven gives you a 2-year pass, so it makes it even easier for people to enjoy the beach. The second great reason to live in West Haven is the University of New Haven. I know, the University of New Haven is actually located in West Haven. The university was founded in 1920, and it's situated on about 82 acres on a hill overlooking the New Haven skyline, and you can see views of Long Island Sound. It's a beautiful campus. The university has about 7,000 students, and it has many colleges. They have the College of Arts and Sciences, Business College, Engineering, Criminal Justice, and Forensic Sciences. And just a side note, the famous Dr. Henry Lee is actually a professor there. He is well known throughout the world as an expert in forensic sciences. And you may recognize his name because he worked on the John Benet Ramsey cases, as well as O.J. Simpson, just to name a few. So he's very, very well respected and famous. Several years ago, WestFest was created, and it's actually an effort to foster collaboration, awareness, and goodwill between the University of New Haven and West Haven. And it attracts dozens of local businesses, community organizations, and UNH clubs and organizations. And it really gives everyone a chance to see what the university is all about and why it's good for West Haven. And it's held at the Green every year, which is like the central part of West Haven. So it's easily accessible for everyone, and there's tons to do there. Number 3, being so close to New Haven, you must think they have to have great Italian food, and you'd be right. West Haven is known for having that old school Italian food that everyone loves. So if you're looking for old school Italian, I would recommend Apps Restaurant, Biaggetti's, and Lorenzo's. And if you're looking for that pizza, Zapardi's is to die for, and it's right on par with the famous ones in New Haven. So I highly recommend you go check those out. West Haven is also known for great seafood restaurants. So some of the more iconic ones that you would definitely need to visit are Jimmy's of Savin Rock, Turk's, which is basically right across the street from that, and Stowe's. And they all are right on the shoreline and have great views of the Sound. But the other great thing about West Haven is that it is only 10 minutes from New Haven. So if you've done the whole West Haven scene and you want to try something new, New Haven is so close, and there's dozens and dozens of restaurants for everyone's budget and tastes right there. Number 4, West Haven has a beautiful green. It's located right on Campbell Avenue, which is basically my main drag down the center of town. It has beautiful churches, a gazebo, and even City Hall is right across the street from it. And every year they hold the annual Christmas tree lighting, the menorah lighting. They also have a farmer's market in the summer. They hold many of the town events there. Also in the summer, they have a concert series that they hold right in the gazebo. They have the Apple Festival in the fall. The Apple Festival has foods and rides and vendors. They hold the West Fest there, which I talked about earlier. And the Memorial Day Parade runs right up Campbell Ave and goes right by the green, so everybody has a place to sit and watch it as it goes by. And the number 5 great thing about West Haven is accessibility. There are so many things that it's close to. New Haven is like 10 minutes away, and in there you have Yale University and Yale New Haven Hospital, which are 2 huge employers in this area. West Haven also has a Metro North station, and it's less than 10 years old. And when they built that, that gave West Haven a huge boost because now people don't have to drive to either New Haven or Milford to catch a train. That's a big deal around here. They also have access to a VA hospital. It's one of the few in the state of Connecticut, which makes it a great option for veterans or active duty military folks who want to settle down in the area. And let's not forget affordability. Like I said earlier, the median home price is only $265,000. That makes it affordable for so many people. And being so close to the shoreline, having a Metro North station, and accessibility to New Haven, it really is a great option for many people. So are you ready to become a Westie? I mean, seriously, between the beaches, the boardwalk, the great food, Metro North, and on top of it all, it's affordable. And if you are ready to move, but you don't know how to come up with that down payment, check out this video where I tell you how to do it.
Welcome back there.
All right.
Second half with Joey Pagan leading the charge.
All right. Welcome back. Greenwave 13, New England 6. As we know earlier, the coin toss, Greenwave won and deferred. So, we got New England kicking off now. Let's see if we can get another good return by Toon here. The last time he had a great return, so. Oh, good bounce. Little top spin there on that ball, huh? Good return, good spin, good block.
Rushing block.
Oh, still moving. Look at that. Great job. Good return again.
As Dave is heading out into the wilderness.
Yeah. Oh, we got a player down right now.
Yes.
I think that, unfortunately, I think that's on Mantucky. I know there was a big hit on that side.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on him.
Looks like he's getting up. What's up, fellas? You hear me?
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you. We just got no picture.
Oh, no worries. I will just say, Black's Barbecue. I had the chicken and the ribs. Amazing.
I had the same combination, Dave. It was amazing. But I see that we have a flag on the sideline now.
Could it have been a blindside block, maybe?
Not sure what they call it, but
there appears to be there's a lot of coaches on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell if it was like a peel back, where somebody peeled back and blocked. So I really didn't catch that. So I mean, if we had a replay, right? What do you think? I mean, I'm just saying. I've been with HSG now. How many years, Howard, with you? Maybe about 5-6 years, maybe a little more. I'm just spoiled with all these replays that we always get, really quick on it, and these days, there was no replay now, so.
Quick start to the half.
Yeah, it was a quick start to the half, so. Dave's walking on his own power, so that's a good sign. Hopefully he's okay. Took a good shot.
So I was checking in with my man, Poncho Kadeem Wilson.
All right, the Greenwave comes out now. Let's see what they do. They got great field position again. Once again, like we said earlier, Dave, special teams are going to be big, too.
Yeah.
Another great return.
Indeed. Special teams, they'll definitely win your games. They'll definitely lose your game. That's for damn sure.
Kevin on the run again. Good job breaking tackles there. Really good job following his blockers there, And with a lead blocker like number 33, you can't ask for more, That's an extra offensive lineman who can move down there.
And it's funny because I actually got some insider information on the trenches, and where the best place to get insider information.
By the barbecue.
By the barbecue, yes. You go by the barbecue, you find the linemen, and the Greenwave offensive linemen were talking about how they expect to do some more running in the second half and try to, get out of here with a W by getting that ground game running.
Right.
And it looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Not a bad idea, but you are becoming a little predictable. So, you stack them, the Golden Eagles will stack the box eventually.
Yeah, but when you have a total weight across the offensive line of 3 Toyota semi-trucks, you can kind of tell them, hey, look, this is what we're about to do. And it's funny, 75 checked out, 66 checks in, and there's not even like a drop-off.
There's not a drop-off.
There's not a drop-off.
And like I said, I don't see him there now, but, you did have number 33 lead blocking. So, once again, that's an extra added lineman with some really good moves. So
Indeed. Absolutely. So you end up with a little spread formation here, a little 2x2, Kevin in the backfield. Ball's a little on the ground, but we got action over here, and that's Kyle. It's almost intercepted.
Receiver was looking for a flag, but I don't think there was anything on that.
They're competing out here. I got to be honest with you. Like, every ball is. And by the way, these quarterbacks are putting the ball
right
places that their guys can get to it.
Right.
And in certain cases, again, I spoke to Kadeem Wilson at halftime, especially about the football toward the pylon and some others. Say, hey, look, I think if the ball was placed a little bit better. I'm like, nah, bro, that
Right.
ball was placed pretty good. It's just you're not used to the defender coming over and making those plays at the last possible second. And,
Correct.
on this level, like, once you've seen it a bunch of times, like, once
Yeah.
you beat, you're just beat.
Yeah.
And then it's just, to the Baja. You're not going to see this year. These guys are going to compete. You saw Sadiq Nathaniel and Zay Duze. Duze got the best of him on a couple
Right.
plays, and then Sadiq got the best of him on a couple plays. That's what it's about.
Really good competition going on here right now.
Indeed. And they're going back to the run game on 4th down, and they stack up. Oh, up.
Wow.
And he's not going to get the first down.
This is a good stand. This is a good stand by the Golden Eagles here. This is
a
exactly
big
what they needed.
And they're not the Golden Eagles. They're the Golden Lions.
Golden Lions. I'm sorry.
Animal.
You're right. Yeah, my
Zoology 101 real
my
quick.
apologies. Golden Lions. Yeah, that's a big defensive stand by them right now. I mean, I did hear the coach on the sideline talking about they need a little more aggression.
Yep, indeed. As I said, that anxious look is starting to go away. And again, I had some other insider information. Just seeing the sideline at halftime, it seemed as though the Golden Lions had kind of gotten a little bit, their energy level a little bit too low. Maybe a couple distractions and such. They're starting to tighten it up, and it's time to play some football.
Mm-hmm.
So we got in the backfield there.
Maybe got a yard out of all of that dancing. He might have gotten a yard out of it. So, it wasn't a bad, carry, but they didn't fool anybody with the counter. So,
but here's the thing: as we spoke about the differences between some of the backs that we've seen today, you have backs that when the defense rises to the occasion immediately, they just take what they can get and then live another down.
Right.
But we did see a couple that tried to bounce and bounce, and then a bad play ends up being a terrible play. Or in case, and Kev has done enough that we can, give him his due. But keep in mind, Kevin was going on a 3rd or 4th effort when he fumbled the ball.
Right, exactly. So, sometimes, you're doing a little too much, and that can cause you to, have those things happen. So.
Against better teams that are swarming and getting to the ball. And it looks like we have a delay of game penalty against the Golden Lions.
Okay.
His hand was definitely not. His hand was not. He's saying that his hand was up.
I just want to apologize for the first play of the series. We had to reset because your camera went out. So it's back. Don't worry, we're all back. So only a second.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, he definitely did not have his hand up. So there's no scoreboard here, right? So the play clock is held over by the 50-yard line. So the quarterback is looking across. I never really liked this, by the way. The quarterback is looking across at the official that is telling him about the time for the play clock, as opposed to the guy right behind him who could say, hey, 10 seconds. So when his hand is up, that's supposed to be the 10-second call, and he said that his hand was up. He's not telling the truth. I'm going to be honest. And Garcia's looking, and he's being chased. He's going to pick up some yards and get out of bounds. That's a smart play.
That was a business decision there.
Yeah. And that definitely highlights Enrique's speed. Another one that I saw by the barbecue spot at halftime. He is recovering from a hand injury.
Right.
He said that if he had not injured his hand, he would have had that pick six, which I definitely agree with him on the pass that he dropped. So that kind of explains that one. But as you can see, there's nothing wrong with that man's feet or his speed.
Not at all. Yes.
He gets downhill in a hurry.
Yeah. I mean, number 88 was coming up to make a play, so that.
Indeed.
Not to say that 88's a big guy, whatever, but not to take anything away from him. But I believe he would have came up smoking on that too. And if Garcia stops and hesitate for 1 second, he doesn't realize he's got Enrique behind him. It's disaster.
Right, indeed. Garcia back to pass on 3rd down now. He gets away and he has a man in.
Oh,
wow!
Catch.
What?
Did he stay in bounds?
Did he stay in bounds? That's Kadeem
He's
Wilson.
gonna give it to him, yeah.
Wow, he's definitely gonna give it to him. Wow, he jumped out of his shoes on that.
Yeah, he did.
Holy smoke!
He definitely did.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
We have correct me. We have 5 refs.
I think
on the
he's
field.
fine. Okay.
Dave, am I correct? We have 5 refs on the field.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of 5. I would prefer 6, where, now you got a referee who can make that call back there,
I mean, let's be honest. If you have a guy that jumps up and makes that type of play, man, give it to him.
All right. Let's see what they come up with here now. Do they go back to Hunch?
Yeah, once that man gets started, oh, you're a bad man, mama.
Yes.
Oh, they give it to the doctor, who, again, oh.
He didn't get much.
That defensive front is playing, boy. And I tell you, it's, again, super conservative Coach Patterson. I was a defensive guy. Let me just run the ball like 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of thing. But if the pass is working, yeah, we might want to throw it. It's funny, and I know Joey doesn't like hearing this story, but as I'm like 15, 20 feet from Coach Black, I'm gonna slide over here for this. I remember Coach Black, who operated the Harlem Gators, and on one particular occasion with the Brooklyn Seminoles, you've heard of them?
Yes,
yeah, we beat them like 40 to something. I forgot what it was.
Yes.
And he threw the ball like all day. It was like 50 throws. But if it was working, especially against the national champs, might as well do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Just kidding, Speed. I know Speed. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good move.
That was a move.
Another good one.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
Yes, he's getting down. And, boy, these guys are playing now. All I had to do was mention the Seminoles, and all of a sudden they start moving.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I mean, he didn't go as far downfield. I think his intermittent passes were working a little better because the corners for the Greenwave are really soft. And even the slot defenders are really off the ball. So, I mean, if you give a quick hitch and if he makes his decision quickly, you can move the ball very fast.
Indeed. He gave him momentum. And
he dropped
it. He definitely did.
Yeah.
Game of momentum, and they're going to try to take it, try to capitalize on it, but Green Wave defense looking to counterpunch here. We shall see.
Mm-hmm. You don't give those pass rushers, an opportunity to get upfield. You got to get the ball out your hand quickly.
Absolutely, indeed, especially when you're going a little screen game and the bubble game. Keep in mind, though, when they tried to do the screen game, especially on Enrique's side, they almost had a pick six going the other way.
Pick six, yeah. So it's got to be a little further out.
Or you might not want to go to the well too many times on that one. So switch it up a little bit, but we should.
I mean, you got to teach that offensive tackle. If you know it's going to be a quick pass, you got to get that defender down. You can't let him get up.
Yep, indeed. And you see the gap between the tackle and the end on this side as we have Garcia back to go. He's one hands it over. Oh, my God. Oh, Kyle almost got the interception. Wow. Kadeem Wilson may have been. Ooh. That was close.
You don't see that too often, right? Where it hits his hands and he drops it like that.
Yeah, he definitely got a score, yeah.
Good pass.
Yep.
There are some holes in the secondary. If you find them, you sit in the soft spot. You can get there. But he obviously, that was one he should have had.
But it's problematic when the quarterback throws the ball high, and we've seen that from Garcia.
Correct.
Him throwing the ball too high, and besides getting his guy set up for a kill shot, you also run the risk of that ball getting tipped, and Kyle was right there.
I mean, is it because of his release? You think his release is a little high or what?
No, you're just late on it.
Okay.
There it
Still
is.
directing traffic. There you go. Oh.
A little check down play right there. It looks like they got to the 26. I can't even see from here now. It sets up a fourth down in about a kilometer or so.
Yeah. Be fourth and about maybe 12, but, still double sticks, and, I mean, we've seen them complete, here, before, so, the question is, what play do you come up with? What works for you these last couple of series where on fourth down and 12 and long, you come up with something good that, you can get the first down.
And in case you were wondering, no, we are not using punters today. I don't think it was.
No, I don't think anyone showed up. No punters came to the game today.
I don't think that was an agreed upon thing or a planned thing, but neither team, when having the ball in offense, believes that a punter is necessary, apparently. So we'll go with it. And he's looking. He has a man.
There it is.
And he's got a first down. And, man.
Nice.
He brought his pads with him on that one.
Lord, the doctor.
The doctor on that one.
He prescribed a little pain on that there, did he not? Because number one was slow getting up there.
Yeah, indeed. Woo.
Wow. I like that. I like that kid. He's good.
Yeah, very composed. He had the ball with the...
Oh, another good run by him.
There you go. He was very composed. He got the ball before he had the first down. Mm-hmm. And he just composed himself and then got the first down, finished the run. That's a solid. That's solid.
Right. Finished it really hard, really good. Yeah.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Also at the 11-yard line. He's looking to pass. He's moving around. There's a lot of traffic. He has a man. It looks like he's going to get down to like the 2. That was a good. They're finishing runs.
Yeah. Receivers are catching the ball and turning and getting upfield, making a move or two to make a defender miss and get their extra yardage.
Yep. And when we talk about Larry Garcia, that was one of his critics during the course of the early part of the season.
Yes.
When he's moving around, his mechanics, we have to go to the fourth quarter. Look at this. His mechanics would break down. And we've seen that not be the case today. Even when he's scrambling around,
right,
he gets a chance to reset his feet and get himself in position to make a play.
Right.
So
I mean, I think that Greenwave took a timeout there, which was smart on their part.
Was that a timeout? Timeout. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
How much time is left of the? Somebody's looking.
I mean, defense looked a little tired there, so I'm saying it's a good timeout. He got the ball on the 2-yard line, 4-yard line, or something like that.
Well, let's check, shall we?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, about a 3.
10 minutes left in the
third. All right. So the thing here is you want to make sure you get the right defensive end, and you call a good play defensively wise.
Indeed.
You don't want to give up a touchdown here. This game is far from over.
That much is true, indeed. And these guys know how to play red zone defense. So let's see what they have here. They've already stopped the Golden Lions one time in the red zone. So keep in mind their offense give it right back. But
yeah,
they have gotten to stop. Let's check it out.
All right. Okay. Still in the huddle. Let's see what the coach came up with on this.
So, what do you do on this one? Are we passing this thing, or
you know what? I mean, the doctor's he's been getting a yard or so, on it. Do you run that risk? I mean, you got 4 downs. It's only first down, so yeah, you might want to take that chance here. You go spread it and then you run it.
I'm going to show my old school football flavor real quick. I go under center, I snap the ball, and push it. I'm a Philly fan, so that kind of...
You know what? That may be right. That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, but they don't really practice it. So let's see what they got here. Garcia in a shotgun, and they give it to Gobert, and the doctor gets stacked up, and he does...
Yeah.
I think he lost the yard.
Yeah, it's tough when you get penetration like that from the defensive line. The back with the linebacker, I believe, number 8, was already in the backfield, as he was getting the ball.
Indeed.
So,
and a lot of teams do not practice under center,
right?
Even in cases where they need it. In fact, you'll even see in my favorite formation ever, which is the victory formation. Some teams get really wonky because they're used to being in shotgun so much.
Right. So, I mean, you're trying to run the ball here. I mean, it's a good thing. Maybe a play action.
Well, here's the other thing that the Greenwave have done that the Golden Lions don't seem to have. They have a tight end in, but they don't have a fullback in. So maybe an extra blocker. I see here going to your side of the field. You have a little bit more muscle. Let's see what they do. Play action. What a pass.
Oh, what a pass.
It is. It is Christian Ramsey. He hit the over, baby. He said, I hit the over, baby. Holy smokes.
Good job. I mean, his method of passing the ball, he side-armed that to get it in there. So,
Christian Ramsey in the end zone. We are definitely not going to hear the rest of it. Can I
we're
sign
not
your
hear
shirt?
It, Dave. Just for you, we had double picture. So we had you and we had the freaking picture from the press box on there.
I'm sorry, what?
So we had both shots going on.
Yeah, both shots going on.
Who you got there?
What's your name, boss? John, I think he's lying. I'm gonna call him a liar. So he tried to pump fake me and ask me for my autograph, and then he said psych.
Oh, wow.
It was actually pretty good, right? Yeah. We'll get back to John. You're about to be John Doe in a second.
All right. There's 3x1 here. Let's see what they do.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
look at this.
Way too high.
Way too high. I think he should have ran the ball, though.
Yeah.
He might have had an opportunity to run that ball in.
On YouTube, yeah. I'm trying to... What do you search up? HSG Network. Say HSG Network. You heard? There you go. Subscribe. He said it. There you go.
He said it. HSG.
I don't know his real name. He definitely lied to me. That's for sure. That's what's up. So now it's 13-12.
And once again, at this moment, right? Special teams, right? We got a field goal. We got a field goal kick extra points, which is the difference right now in the game.
Yes, indeed.
So
and now you have a critical kickoff.
Right.
Absolutely critical kickoff because you have the momentum.
Right. And you can't let Toon get the ball and run for another 40, 50 yards. He's already on returns. He's got about 80 yards. That was playing, 60 to 70 yards. So,
indeed. Now, if you have my camera on, right?
Yeah.
You see this right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's the right there, the 30. This is where I would kick the ball.
Right.
I would kick the ball out of bounds because I'm not kicking the ball to Shannon Jennings because I've seen that highlight before.
Right, exactly.
I am definitely not kicking the ball to Errol James because he's already been in the end zone once today. I'm definitely not kicking the ball to Sadiq Nathaniel. That's just not going to happen. So I'm going to kick the ball right here on this big white strip right here.
Yep.
And give them the ball right there at the 35-yard line. That is all I'm going to do. Now, let's see what they do.
You got to wait for them, but that might work in their favor.
Just wait for a second because that boy has wheels.
Got him.
All right, good defense. I mean, good.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
Look who made the tackle.
Look who made the tackle there, number 55.
You're going to ask me. No, yeah.
I mean, he's present today. He's there.
He was everywhere.
Fumble recovery, a couple of tackles on special teams. He got lit up one time too. So he's doing it all. Yeah.
That's going to be a very interesting post-game conversation because Molly and David Miranda have been going at each other all week.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Just want to thank Dexter with his comment there. We're getting the comments up now.
Yes, indeed. Big shout out to Dexter Gervin.
Did Kingston with us. That's
yes,
7-hour drive for me. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I thought I saw the sun come up.
So it appears that Chucky's not in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead now. Hey, Chucky.
Oh,
hey, tell us.
We'll get it in a second, Dave. We'll get to it. Hold on.
Got the play going on. What do we got?
How big was that fumble recovery? Or
we got good job. Good run.
Now you're in.
There you go. Now you got it, Dave. Chucky.
Let's have the ball.
Right.
Get it in.
Mm-hmm.
From the leg.
Right.
Got back on defense.
Yeah.
That's the ball right back. Never lie.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Heard to hear her. Ball don't lie.
I mean, you got a lot of football left.
Yeah, law enforcement lies.
Yeah.
Ball don't lie.
No.
Big shout out to the good guy.
Hey, I got my
good guy activism.
I
Subscribe.
got my New York Shield shirt on. So work out there, right?
Subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Big guy activism.
So now we're set.
Now we're back here with
You see how
fame.
You see how nervous Howard got? Like whoa. Oh wow.
Good run by Kevin again.
Yep. So now you're gonna have to stop the momentum if you're the Golden Lions. And
Right.
First possession, right? First possession that I have every time.
Yep. And if they're hearing this, and I'm sure that during the course of the work week they'll be reviewing this film, do not get too high when you score. They just get way too excited, way too happy, and that's when they have the letdown.
Yeah. Number 44 keeps getting in, but he's in the wrong gap. They're running away, He's picking the wrong gap. He gets in, he looks like he's going to make a play, and then he's just out there. He blitzed a lot. Drop back this time.
Oh
wow.
Nicely
good
done.
job.
And that's the chess match that we spoke about.
Yeah.
So in the trenches, and I got to be honest, HSG Network, the only one that really gives you that in-depth look at what's going on from tackle to tackle.
Right.
Like, everybody can do the whole wide receiver thing, the running back thing, the quarterbacks, the pretty boys. But where the game is won is in the trenches, and you keep on hearing this, you keep on seeing this. On this level of football, if you don't have a line, you don't have a shot to win.
That's young Mr. Wilson there. He came in the game. He had just gotten in the game. He substituted in for the other D tackle, and he came up really big on that play right there.
Indeed.
That's the kind of play that this defensive line needs right now to be able to get the ball back into their offense's hand.
Absolutely. Let's see what Chris Andrews has. Motion. And now he looks backside. Oh, nicely done.
Good pass. Good
That
catch.
was a good throw, good catch, good defense. Again, guys competing. That's what this thing is about. Great job.
Yeah. Good football going on this evening here, which is what you wanted to see, which is what we expected from both teams, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we didn't think it was going to be lopsided one way. It looked like it was going to start out that way, but the Lions came back and they got their stuff going. So,
and let's be honest, when it comes down to it, whoever ends up leading at the end of this game, notice I said leading.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did you really win? You won some confidence. You're still undefeated.
Correct.
Don't get me wrong. That's definitely something to do. But when speaking to both of these teams, they are about winning the championship. Period. Right. It's championship or bust, really, for both of these teams. So when it comes down to it, put everything on the line, get it done today, and then you have Memorial Day weekend, and then you have a first-round bye, so you have a chance to rest. So see what your horses got right now. That's what this is.
Exactly.
So you'll see nothing but respect in this game because they know this thing is far from over, regardless of if the Greenwave win or the Kings. The New England goal line. At least I had the Lions right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're talking about Golden Eagles.
That's me, Boston College.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be big. Either team that comes out of this on top today, it does look like we have a preview of the championship game.
Now hold on for a second, Coach. We just heard that the Crusaders came back and beat the Dolphins, and it was in an overtime game. So the Dolphins were a team that were surging, and now even though, again, the Crusaders, I can't believe I'm even saying this, a one-win, now a two-win team, need a little bit of help. If they get into the playoffs with that momentum, they scored a huge upset last year to get into the championship. As we see a little overthrow on that one. And there's the Hawk is back. Oh, my God, that's a big Hawk.
Hold on. See if we can get him.
Oh, my, it's right at the light bay up here. Holy smoke. That thing is huge. Hope nobody's walking a small dog today, boy.
Or the chicken.
Black's barbecue.
Chicken. Black's barbecue could be rated.
Yep.
You look
down.
at the
Could this be our first punch?
Wait a minute. We have a punter.
We're not walking 30 yards?
No.
No free kicks.
Gotcha. That's Molly. Molly's back to kick. He's counting his. That's the other thing. You got to make sure that you have people that know what they're doing. And whenever you see that.
Oh, you don't want to burn a timeout. That's
no,
the
you
one thing
definitely
you
don't
don't want to do. Take the 5 yards if you got to.
Yep. Way to keep composure, not burn the timeout. Good job. We'll see what they can do. Looks like the Golden Lions might be coming after this one.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay, he got a nice kick. Oh, nice kick. Yeah.
Got it.
Uh-oh. Jump step.
And another
jump
and there's a flag.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a flag on the play?
There is a flag. It looked like it was after the kick.
At the line.
The flag is on the line of scrimmage, though.
Yeah.
That was an offside. I don't think it's not going to give him a first down. Although we wouldn't know it because the sticks are gone.
Yeah, the sticks move.
Yeah. You know who is jarring right now? Chris Kelly Davis.
Oh, boy.
And we shall see what the flag is about. Because for field position purposes, this is pretty big.
Yeah, they move it up 5.
Yep. Now, here's the thing. Do the Golden Lions need to score on this possession? No, but they do need to flip the field position on this possession.
Right.
So if you get stalled out at the 30 or the 40-yard line, punt the freaking ball, man. Punt the ball. Punt the ball out of bounds. Don't let them get a big return, but punt the ball because you don't want to start playing down on your own end.
No, because the Greenwave, they're doing really well down there. So especially with that running game, it's just crazy.
Indeed. So a dead ball personal foul.
Oh, half the distance.
Yeah. So.
Going.
Ding, ding, ding. It looks like
the other way.
It is against the Lions. I do like this. By the way, I do like this the facility when you talk about facilities of minor league or semi-pro football teams. When you talk about a tight sideline, you don't have a track on this side. Mm-hmm. There's low bleachers, press box, very nice brand new surface, surrounded by fencing, so it doesn't get too crazy and stuff. Keep the fans where the fans need to be. Right. When it comes to first class organizations, this is what you ask for.
I do see a few lounge chairs on the other side. Some fans, park themselves on the field. I have no idea why you would want that seat on the field up against the fence when you can't see anything through guys. Yeah, you really want to sit in the stands.
That means they're not really looking at the football game.
No, they're not here.
They're keeping tabs on their man.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
All right, here we go. Let's see what they come up with the Lions here.
Give it to Goubert, and just missed by 99. That was a good solid.
Mm-hmm.
Good solid pickup. Yeah.
All right, there you go. You start your running game now. You get 5 yards out of it, 5-6 yards. Not bad.
Yep. 99 was through on that. It looks like it was 9 yards because it's 2nd and 1 right now.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I think
about 3.
Yeah, my camera angle over here is it's a little tough.
We'll cover for you. Don't
worry. Yeah. 2nd and 1, very good run. Yeah. So now with 2nd and 1, if you feel as though so now they've moved
Tyreek inside,
and see, here's the funny thing. If you look back, which I'm not going to ask you to do,
we've got a lot of people in the backfield.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Noble just raised his hand up the back. Oh, yeah, that was me. I'm not going to ask you to go back. You could go back yourself on it. 99 just missed that play. If they were at their true positions, Noble makes that play.
Right.
However, the offside does give him a first down.
Correct. But that 9-yard pickup would not have happened on first down.
Now what?
So, that's a good question. I don't know.
Sticks together. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And a couple replacements. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know what the purpose of. Again, it's each his own in provolone, so I'm not gonna, overly do it or whatever. I'm just. I'm gonna ask him later on why does he change? Why does he switch where he lines up?
And apparently that's the quarter.
That is the quarter.
That's the quarter.
Okay.
Right. We're gonna cut. We'll come back.
Missing 10 out of 10, man.
All right, here we go. We're back to start the fourth quarter. The score is 13-12, Greenwave. And the Lions here trying to, put something together to get some points on the board and then hopefully get their defense back out to hold on to the lead if they can get it.
Oh, he's going to throw it.
Oh,
he has a man.
He's open. What a play.
He
got a foul.
Oh, he did, yeah. Ooh. He hit the change direction button. Oh, boy. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. What a call. What a play call. Holy
right? You know,
But you got to do that. You know,
My
it's that time of the
goodness.
game. It's fourth quarter.
If
Time of the game. Pull 'em
if
out.
Zay wore a shoe size like 2 sizes smaller,
Yep.
he is still running into the end zone right
he
now.
definitely is. And you know, I mean, you know, just like it was a great call because you got an over aggressive defense right now. They're looking to get a stop, and here you go. You do, you know, you have a little toss and then a pass out of the halfback option, which was great.
And you got a good quarterback back there.
Was it competing? Here we go. Counter.
Good
Spins off of tackler.
See, here's where I say is a little more urgency. I know that maybe the Golden Lions don't have it. You know, maybe a little NASCAR stuff. You know, just but
I don't think you really need to. Keep in mind, again, let's go the flashback machine to the Kingston Lions Greenwave game. Kingston Lions score. There's a minute and a half left in the game or what have you, and then Greenwave bombed the ball down to Sadiq Nathaniel and get the game-winning touchdown, win by 1 point.
Right.
So Greenwave have been here before. So you might want to, again, just don't score quick, but just understand that you don't want too many more possessions in this thing. You want it so that if you score, you have to make a defensive stand and you still have a chance to score in case that happens.
Yeah, well, the doctor could go anywhere on that last play.
Yep, that's just true. And keep in mind,
he had a huge man on the ground in front of him.
That much is true. And it's third down now. And again, you have a chance to flip the field.
Right.
You're not quite there yet.
But you do have an opportunity, so.
To me, this is punting territory if you don't pick this up.
Right.
So put your best play out there. Try to get it. If you don't sit, punt the football. That's my personal opinion. Because you got to flip the field.
Right.
And your defense is playing well.
And they're getting a pretty good breather on the sideline, so you know they're getting the rest that they need to get in the water. So
that much is true. We've actually seen the quarterback punt too.
Whoa!
Bomb it! There's the bomb.
Oh no! On our free play.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, you know, he did say he was going to start picking it up the second half, but he dropped that one. And he sees this film, he's going to be like, oh, wow.
Okay, all right. But you know what?
It's a free play.
He'll bounce back.
You're going to get it again.
Let's do that.
He's definitely. I tell you something though. He's definitely been covered. Like they definitely put two on him or one on him every single down. He's never had an easy catch. Let's put it that way.
Right. Correct.
You know, so you really can't, do too much to him. But you're right. Some of these he could have had. Some of them, they're 50-50 balls.
Right.
That's all.
And in this kind of game, once again, like I said, every possession, counts. You got to make those catches. When you have those opportunities, you just can't, you can't pass it up. 12, 13, 12, like everything counts here.
Yeah, it's definitely not fourth down. It's third down.
Third, yeah.
Third. Okay, yeah, they repeated it down.
Unless it was fourth before.
No, it was third. It was definitely not third.
Supposing, or have they lost track of the downs? You need to yell at them. You need to yell at them that we have it on video that it's third. I can take a look. Let's see if I got it.
No, I definitely saw them switching from third to fourth.
So this is the previous play.
Yeah, it's third down.
They fixed it.
There you go.
Yeah. You can see it. Third down here now. Yeah.
The offside.
That's the offside, so they should have stayed third, which they corrected, which is good.
Should come up.
It's funny, it's the Golden Lions guy that's holding the down marker.
Never good.
There you go.
Yeah, first down.
Nicely done.
Yeah. And like you said, I get what you were saying earlier. You don't want to give the opportunity for Greenwave to get back out here. So you want to take your time, methodically, march the ball upfield, a couple of running plays, a couple of passing plays, and take as much time off the clock.
Indeed. And let me also say this, right? Practice for semi-pro football when you are not going to kick the ball that often.
You have to practice 2-point conversions. What are those 2-point conversions going to be? Like, you need to have at least 10 of them that are absolutely locked in, that are second nature. You got to, right? Because if you leave points out, it comes back to bite you. Like right now, at 2-point conversion, it's a different ball game. If right now they have this possession up 1 with a chance to put this thing away and go up 2 scores.
Right. I mean, technically, it's two-point conversions that they miss.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Oh, good penetration by the defensive line.
Oh, and that
ball
ball way
down.
by Tyreek Noble. Yep, Tyreek Noble. Ripped the ball right out of his hands. That was a heck of a play by Tyreek Noble. Yep.
We'll see that on replay. Joey said he wants to see it.
Ooh,
yeah, definitely.
That was a hell of a play.
Where did he line up? Did he line up inside on that one? I didn't see where he was lined up. Now we're going to we'll have an opportunity.
If he was, please let me know.
No, he was at the end spot.
He went back to the end spot.
Yeah, he was at the end spot. So,
gotcha. So I feel less bad about asking why would we move him to the tackle spot?
Oh, he took an inside rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that again, when he plays defensive end, he's more than an edge rusher. He can dominate his side of the field.
So what we saw here was 77 with the penetration, made the stop, the initial stop, and Tyreek came to finish up the play and ripped the ball out.
Yep.
Which is what caused the fumble. So great defensive effort there by the Greenwave.
Absolutely.
And now you have clock management.
Right.
Indeed. So that's what we were saying with Tyreek Noble. If you put him on the end, he could check the boundary, not let anything get outside, but he could also play football to the middle of the field. You don't really need to put him at tackle for him to have a presence in the middle of the field. Let's see what the Greenwave do. Try to put this thing away. The sweep to Errol, and he gets outside. Good pickup on the play, about 8 yards. Good job.
That's exactly what any presence of mind to stay in bounds too, not run out. Good job. Keep the clock running.
Second and short.
Second and short, about 2. So
now you got to, if you're the Golden Lions, you have to dig your heels in, get a big stop here, try to, again.
Get a turnover.
You need to flip the field.
Right.
If you didn't flip the field, this is a tough ask, but we'll see.
Correct. Yeah. So, you just want to make sure that, you get some kind of defensive stop here. Even if it becomes third and short, you want to get some kind of penetration here and
freeze. Ready?
All right, so we saw, we lost audio there for a second, but it was an incomplete pass to Edward James on the sideline. But we're back now, and let's see what the Greenwave come up with.
Live streaming is not an exact science.
David Miranda's in the middle of the city. Oh, boy.
Good run by Kev. Nice cut back.
Oh, man, great run by him.
Good tackle.
Very nice. Very nice run.
Start getting your post games all lined up for yourself out there. Although it's still early.
I tell you, man, Tariq Noble just keeps on doing what Tariq Noble does, and then Kevin with these big runs and big time moments.
Yeah, it's typical Kevin. You understand, and he's got great vision. Once he hit the hole, he looked left, he looked right. He saw that he had more room on to his left, and he managed to get outside and get some more yardage.
As far as the Greenwave go, when you talk about like the outstanding players of this game right now, on the Golden Lions, of course, you got the quarterback play, which has been excellent by Larry Garcia. You have Mr. Duze, even Christian Ramsey, who has been putting in work today as well. On the Greenwave side of the ball, it has literally been a group effort. It has been a team effort across the board. Just weapons everywhere. Big on the counter.
Look at this kid right here. Look at this kid right here.
Oh.
He's in. Yeah, he's in.
Look at this kid right here. I like this kid.
Wow.
He is something else.
That is a grown man. He's a grown man.
He is a grown man.
Holy smokes. There it comes. Here comes another one.
Yeah. Over.
You may have to go to their sideline interview.
We're a family show, Randy. Of course, Randy had to. Everybody else was PG, and then Randy came over with the New Jack City.
Yeah.
You may have to go to their sideline, see if you can get 33. You should be able to get them.
Game's still going on. Green team is now up by 7.
19-12.
You already saw they're on somebody else right now.
Yeah.
They can't hear you right now.
So we're trying to see that young man is something else running the ball. I tell you.
Appreciate you.
Oh, we're kicking again.
They're going for an extra point, yes, sir.
I would go for the 2.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah.
2 makes it 2 scores.
Wait, one is not.
But one doesn't do much for you.
No.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
All
right. No.
There we go.
Right. So yeah, it makes sense, right? Because you got to think, right? It's still they have not had any success with their 2-point conversions, the Lions. So even if they score, right? Even if they score, you're not looking at them really doing well at the 2-point conversion. So
Dave, see if you can get 33 on their sideline.
Yeah.
No, not going to happen. Okay, no problem. I won't ask again.
Yeah, so that to me that would be why the extra point was good there, and he has this he's been having a little success with it, so why not? Whatever wrong they had that first one, that they managed to fix it to come up with these extra points has been big. Once again, here's that spot. Here's that part of the game where a special team plays a big factor, right?
Indeed. And with an 8-point lead now, again, I'm corrected right now. With an 8-point lead, if the Golden Lions score and get the 2-point conversion, the worst case scenario is overtime.
Tied. Right, overtime, exactly.
So okay, and if you got a guy that can kick it, cool.
Right, and right now we see that Fernando's having a pretty decent day. That if it came down to the option of having the field goal to win the game, that they could possibly do that.
Yeah, I got overzealous because they ran the ball with such ease there.
Right.
I'm thinking, man, look. Just give that man the ball one more time, and let's get a 2-score lead and call it a day.
Yeah, that would have been correct. That would have been a good idea, but
no.
Then again, that's not going to give us ratings.
Yeah, it's different. Again, I've been Mr.
Conservative.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Conservative
all day long, and the one time that I want to, roll the dice, go figure. I mean, all right, let's see what we can do here. An 8-point lead.
Get a time check if you can.
Yeah.
Copy that, and that ball is
the
live.
bounce.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Did we get a good return here?
No, we don't. Yep.
Just a bit of it looked like. He went down on his own.
Indeed. It is a one-possession game. Let's see. In fact, we've had one game in the Big East go to overtime. Let's see what the Golden Lions can do. But, man, Greenwave, every time they go through some adversity, quick. I got to tell you, if we're talking about player of the game, can we give player of the game to an offensive line?
To the offensive line, yeah. I mean, they've been doing great work.
Kingston they say Kingston's the only team that stopped 33 this season.
Since when? Because, I mean,
to tell you the truth, Kevin's gotten his yards. Kevin on that possession was absolutely key as well. So both of them have been putting in work. So that's why I said if they're the MVP, give it to the
whole offensive line. Yeah, you're right.
Give it to the whole line.
I would say so. But to that comment, 33 he's been having a hell of a game himself.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I didn't see them stopping him too much, but hey, who am I? I'm watching the game.
Who am I?
Yeah, I mean,
Joey Pagan.
Yeah.
Guest announcer this week.
You hear that?
We wish Drewski much luck with the new car and
yes,
and health and everything else. I know he'll be alive. I know he's watching.
Yeah, Drewski. Good luck. And thank you for allowing me back in the booth. I've been away for a little while. I've been traveling and doing my thing, so with the family, which is always important. But back in groove now. Hopefully,
we'll see.
All right, let's see what the Greenwave come up with defensively here. Oh, come on. Okay. Come on.
He was held.
No, he was not. The ball hit his hands. He didn't catch it. Come on. Yeah, that guy, his interview in that first half, it's just looking really bad for him right now. He's dropped everything but, forget about it.
And again, we say these are 50-50s. That might not have been a 50-50.
Indeed. There's a bunch of passes that came very close. Garcia's been putting the ball where it needs to be. Here's the other thing, right? So you see that the Golden Lions right now are on the ropes. Let's see how they respond. We saw the Greenwave on the ropes and how they responded. So when we talk about maybe a possible championship preview,
right?
That's a big aspect of it. Is how does your team act when they face adversity? And when you have teams that are undefeated that don't face adversity,
right,
that might be a bigger problem. We've seen Greenwave handle it. Let's see the Golden Line.
Right. I mean, and now he goes offside. He's not having a good afternoon here. No, he's not.
And keep in mind, there's still just 8 points down.
Yeah, one possession.
It's one possession.
Yeah, there's still one possession left. I mean, one possession away from tying the game up. Yep. And these are corrections that, you come back next game, if it's in the championship and you make those plays, it's a different game.
Exactly.
So, it's not like, personnel, we don't have this guy got hurt or something like that, or, the Greenwave was over dominant. No, these are just simple things. If we hold on to the ball, and it's a different ball game.
Right. Indeed. These are two evenly matched teams, two great football teams. See what they got here. It's 3rd and a mile now.
3rd and 15.
Back to pass. He's looking. Has pressure. Good job getting out to Darcia. And good tackle.
On the tackle there. Nice.
Yep.
Can't run without your legs.
There
His
you
legs
go.
out right away.
You punt it now.
And by the way, Toon has had a heck of a game.
Yeah.
When it comes to the defensive coverage, when it comes to breaking up passes, he's been all over the field.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, we're used to seeing him as Mr. Jet Sweep. We're used to seeing him, with the ball.
Correct.
But he's had a great game. By the way, Enrique's had a great game. Errol's had a great game.
Kaz had a great game. So again, there's not one person that stood out. It's been a team effort by this Greenwave team.
Yeah, overall, the game has been really good. Once again, he unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna take a break here, right? Or what? We're gonna go to commercial here. I'll get back to what I was gonna say. All right, here we go. We're back. The down now is
It's a roller coaster.
All right, fourth down and 10. It looks like, and once again, no punter unless we get a push punt by the quarterback.
Yep.
So.
Yep, we shall see. Now, here's the thing. I don't agree with this. Again, you still have time, punt the ball, play the field, but hey, they're going with the wheels. There it is. Okay.
There it is. You got a pooch punch.
Okay.
There we go. Good job. And it's made it play.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
That's a smart play right there.
There it is.
And it does show that they're not panicking.
Right.
It does show that they're not panicking.
Once again, if the Lions can come up with a great defensive stop here, if we had a clock, it would be even better so that we know where we stand with this. But, Greenwave's coming out with a lot of confidence right now, knowing that they can run the ball the way they've been running it. So,
indeed,
we can, I would assume that they're going to try to, control the clock as much as they can with the running game. So, we'd have to see how it comes out right now, what happens.
Dave is just getting in the ear of everyone on the side.
It's football.
I tried.
Here we go. This is a huge stop, right? They got 2 timeouts.
This would be it.
Just as we said it would. There we go.
There's one.
There's one. Okay.
Now, what I do like is that Kevin, right? You give the ball to Kevin. That's your dog right there. Give him the football, and once he saw what he could get, he got what he needed to. Got what was available, and then we go to the next down.
Yep.
That's a loss of 2. So now you're going backwards.
Which is that plays into the favor of the Lions. So now
play
calling,
but he held on to the football.
Yeah, true.
Keep in mind what just happened.
Any time check? Anybody near you, Dave, that has the time?
I think it was like 4 minutes or something like that.
Okay. Taking a lot of time in between plays, which is what they should be doing.
Yes, indeed. And you see the official with his hand up. That's the 10-second signal. And now his hand's going down, and now it's the delay of game.
Oh, no. So now we're back 5 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the way you want to run 4-minute offense. Tom Brady would not be happy with this 4-minute offense.
Yeah. You really have to here's the tricky part, right? Since you don't see the clock, you're only going by the hand motion of the official to the right side. What happens is you break the huddle a little too late.
Right.
You're getting everybody set, and then you start your cadence, and it's already down to 5.
Right.
And if you're moving around or anything like that, you got to get everybody set before the ball is snapped, and there you have your delay of game.
But it's an easy problem to solve. If you know that's the issue, then on the sideline, coach should be watching it and yelling out 10 seconds on his own from the sideline with everyone else so that they can know.
Ooh, run up the middle to the big boy.
Stop them.
All right,
they stopped them on
now
that
they
one.
stopped
Okay.
them, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
That would be a timeout.
If you break the huddle too early and you have them out there set up,
right.
that's when you get somebody false starting and then you go backwards.
Right.
So you don't want them on the line too early because you don't want them twitching and such.
Right.
So, again, that's one of those things about on our level of sport, if you practice 5 days a week, you can kind of iron out those kinks. If you have a stadium clock, you can iron out those kinks. But if you're going by the hand of somebody who is standing literally 10, 20, 25 yards away, it's a tougher ask.
Plus, this is burning a lot of clock. This could have been a timeout. On that third down, you could have taken your timeout and still had one left.
Indeed, but you're working with the 2-minute warning coming up, so you get extra time out there.
Yep.
You're ahead of
We
this
just
thing.
lost 45 seconds.
Yeah.
No delay.
There it comes. The ball's on the ground.
That's the last thing you want
now,
to see.
you might want to call a timeout, but
now it's fourth. Yeah.
And they called the timeout. Wow.
If you ever
stay here for this.
That almost became catastrophic.
Catastrophic, right there. You know,
smart play to fall on the ball, by the way.
Correct. But you know that the fact that here you had the opportunity to put this game away, and like you said, you ran the ball well that last series. You had to know the Golden Lions are going to try to stop that run at all costs, and they did for the most part. And then they tried tossing the ball, which is never a good idea because that there's always that chance where anything can happen, and as we saw, fumble.
Right.
That they were lucky enough to fall on it. Now we got a punt here.
Indeed, and they're entrusting Molly to punt.
To punt the ball.
So
I mean, he had a great punt that last
did.
time, so. And he's doing the right thing. He's checking to make sure he's got the right personnel out there.
Yes, indeed. All right. This is important there. Good snap.
Oh no.
And he's right at the
goal
line.
Oh, my God.
And we kept saying, special teams, hopefully he's okay.
Oh, man, hopefully he's okay, yeah. Wow. But, Dave, you were touching on it just now, special teams. You got to play ball in every aspect of this game, offense, defense, and special teams, that if you lack on one, it can show. It can show. So, that, right now, the Lions have an opportunity here to possibly tie this game up. Now, remember, they have had no success on their 2-point conversion. So, offensively now, you got to get something so that we can score. But what do you draw up for a 2-point conversion here that might work?
I just wanted to show the replay. We're not going to show the injury, but we're going to show the replay of that snap. And he had it.
Yeah, he definitely did. There you go. So it looks like it's an ankle, but he is putting some pressure on it, so that's good.
All right. So I mean, let's take a look at what happened here. I don't know if it was a low snap. It was good. It just went through his hands, and he wasn't able to hold on to the ball. It was a good snap. He just lost control of it.
Indeed.
And you give him the ball on the 2. They're on the 2-yard line.
And he's now walking under his own power, so it looks like he'll be okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, so now, once again, the Lions, do we have a 2-yard play? Is it on the 2-yard line, Dave?
It is on. You need 2 2-yard plays. You need the conversion
and the touchdown. Touchdown and conversion. Yeah. So first the touchdown, then the conversion.
Yeah.
And once again, without knowing what the time is on the clock, we couldn't. I mean, it's still a big thing. What I'm saying? Still a big factor.
Well, we haven't gotten to the 2-minute warning, so now we're still on the other side of that.
right? The Lions now only having one timeout, so they could only stop it, but
there it is.
Here's the two.
I guess we're at it.
And now we're officially at the 2-minute warning.
Okay. So now, Dave, we need to score and get this 2-point conversion. Now it becomes really big.
That much is true.
Because if you don't get it and you give the ball back to the Greenwave, you know they're going to regroup, and they're not going to it's not going to be the same series.
They're gonna take knees and the game's gonna be over.
Right, pretty much so.
Yeah. So
you have to score here.
Yeah, you have to score and the conversion.
And the conversion. Yeah. All right, let's see what they come up with. Is that the doctor in the back still there?
It is the doctor, and the doctor goes
he goes under.
I like this.
Tush push.
I like this. I like this.
Push.
There it is.
You got off.
No,
it.
you didn't
got
get
one.
Though.
You got one.
You got halfway there. I like it. I would do it again.
Yeah.
I would definitely do it again. I definitely said.
If they're getting that kind of push, yeah.
Yeah, and the doc got that clean under center too. So, yeah, I would do that.
Right in your living room, coming.
Oh
right
yeah.
And
that we're gonna go double shot.
It's good for here for the touchdown to go and do a tush push, in the sense, right? But on your 2-point conversion, if you score, what do? It's tough.
Well, the first thing is you can't get fancy here. Go under center. Oh
no, he's in shotgun right now.
Oh yeah.
Last time he jumped up first.
We're gonna do some fancy stuff.
Oh my God, high snap.
Push. Oh, nope.
Yeah.
No push.
No push.
Good stand by the defensive line there. I mean, it was a bad snap.
From a bad snap. Oh.
Yeah. It definitely was a high snap. I don't know if the play was broken or if that was a design run for Garcia to take the ball. I think he was trying to give it to the doctor, but I'm not sure there.
Yep.
You get that high snap, everything goes out the window.
Right.
Oof.
Put him back in. Put Doctor back. Time is running out. Time is running right now.
The time doesn't really matter because you really have two more plays to get this thing done.
And here you are, number 12 seems like he doesn't want to be in the game right now because he was on the sideline. They called him from. He's like, I'm not moving. And now, he goes out there. You got to have people who want this. You got to want it. All right, let's take a
time out. Greenwave.
Oh boy.
Oh,
a little gamesmanship here. I like that. Yeah, a little gamesmanship here. Ooh.
We're up here. We got the split camera going. So we got you up top, and then.
Hope everybody's enjoying it at home.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. We asked for some great football. We got some great football. That's what we did.
Yeah. Whew. And to touch on, like I said, Drewski, I'm hoping that you're doing well and everything is fine with you. I came up here as a spectator today because I knew this game was going to be interesting and I knew it was going to be good. That I got lucky to come up in the booth and have the pleasure to announce the game with you and Howard again. It's great.
He knew he was working. He probably sabotaged Drewski's car.
No,
wow.
by no means.
Fiona from Godfather.
By no means. I just like I said, I enjoy coming up. I enjoy seeing you, Howard. It's always a pleasure, with you guys. So, that it's a bonus that I got to work the game. For me, this is what I love doing up here. All right, Dave.
Oh man, so we got 2 plays to get this thing done. Again, I would go under center.
I would have the doctor under center. That's what I.
Yeah, me too.
I'd have the doctor under center.
He's a bigger one out of the 2. And we got your camera rolling 2 days, so keep it steady. We're looking at both now.
The left side is the place to go. I like that matchup better. He's slanted. He's throwing. Oh, he has a man. Oh, he's still scrambling. No.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Okay, listen.
Holy smokes.
Talk about pressure.
Wow.
Who's in front of you? 7. Doze was right in front of you.
Oh, wow.
Is he open?
You can't get 2 yards?
If you can't get 2 yards, you know what that means, Dave. You just eat.
Oh, and 77 slanted so far inside.
Didn't Seattle do that once?
Oh, my God. You know why he's here? Oh, my word.
I thought Seattle did something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was a Super Bowl.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Sure.
Yeah, I bet Dave was there. You saw that first half.
Oh my God! Ooh, that was crazy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, just run the ball. Under center, run the ball.
Yeah.
What is there to talk about?
Where's Pete Carroll? Is Pete Carroll over there somewhere?
Okay, so the doc is in. Oh, how fancy are we?
Someone
12's
else
at
is in at
quarterback.
Okay.
Oh, they're going to snap it with him at quarterback. That's crazy. Oh, and
Look
Errol's
out.
got a beat on him.
Look out.
He's missing another one.
Somebody's
Not
open.
in the end zone.
There you go.
Let Doc run.
Out of all that.
Wow.
Out of all that, the doctor had.
Out of all that, the Doc caught it.
Now after that, you've got to come up with another play from the 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
and now it's
clearly. And he was in for a reason, right? I mean,
1 for 1, 2 yards, and a touchdown. I'm not sure what his quarterback rating is, but wow, what a gutsy call. What a crazy call.
Steph Malone.
My God.
Steph, no, thank you, Steph. We'll leave you for Thursday night, buddy.
Oh,
you do a great job on Thursday night.
My word.
We even get the celebration going by.
Yes, the doc says, call the fire truck. The doc says in.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, here it is.
This is
timeout.
essentially is the game right here.
Someone's calling a timeout.
Golly.
Who called the timeout?
Greenwave called the timeout.
Oh,
my goodness.
So they have none left.
Wow. So
Dave, we can't get you when you flip it. So either you got to move out or just leave it the other way. That's fine. You can talk to us.
Cool.
Yeah, we lose you. I guess it's the signal. Don't worry about it. But now we're golden.
Oh, yeah. This is wild.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have either overtime or pretty much a walk-off right here because if they don't get it here,
you just
this joint
kick
is
it off. Onside kick it. And hold.
Right. Yeah, but you still don't have time at that. Again,
right. You're not going to go 40 yards.
I mean, you might, if you get it, you have
you
have a timeout to work with too. So
there's 14 seconds. This is the game.
Really?
Yeah, this is the game right here.
Yeah.
And that was hell of pursuit, man. Errol was hawking that dude down.
Oh my God.
It was.
Wait till you watch it at home. Everybody watching it at home, watching a great game.
Yeah. Hell of a game. This is it. Oh man, these two teams delivered. When we said we wanted to see a heck of a football game,
right?
Wanda Pena's even commenting.
Wow. Way to go, Juan.
Indeed. Here it is.
All right.
They want the top window a little bigger. They like the top window. I can't because then I lose the guys down the bottom window. There you go. We zoomed in.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we're going to do
quarterback scrolling.
Same pan.
Get out.
Oh, he's going to try to get in.
Oh, he's
in.
in.
Oh, boy.
Any flag?
Nope.
No flag. Oh, no, Jake.
Oh, no. What did he? But the doctor picked the flag up and gave it to him.
Wait.
I don't know what that was.
No, it definitely was not a flag. I don't think it was. Wow.
He dropped it?
He probably dropped it.
Yeah.
We hope.
Oh,
we
man.
Hope.
And there's no signals, though.
Okay. So, do I have to say it out loud?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Kick the ball out of bounds.
Kick the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
Kick the ball out of bounds.
You know what? Going back to the old days, when I used to coach against the Bandits, it was always kick the ball out of bounds. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate you, buddy.
Indeed. Especially with 14 seconds left. We've seen the craziness. We've seen the wildness.
Right.
Just kick the ball out of bounds. There's no reason to put the ball in play here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if the ball goes out of bounds, they get the ball at the 35 or 40-yard line or whatever. and then we're, But we shall see. I'm an Eagles fan, so I know what happens when you kick the ball inbound.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They're just reliving the past.
Steph, you definitely love, buddy. You're one of the.
We love the comments, though. We love the comments, guys.
We definitely appreciate you, brother. For sure. I mean, we have a game. If you didn't make this trip,
and if you're watching now,
if you didn't make this trip up here, like I said, for
3 hours.
For me, the day started off. It was going to be that I was a spectator coming up here. That I had the pleasure to come up in the booth. It's great. I've been treated to an awesome game here tonight. And, you know, and once again, Dave, special teams.
Special teams?
Did you?
There you go.
Out of bounds.
Kevin Pear.
Oh, Kevin
you
Pear.
got the wrong guy with the ball.
No. Is he in range? Is he in range? That's the question.
No, I don't think.
Why would you kick the ball out of bounds?
Oh my gosh!
How
This
did you
is
kick the ball out of bounds?
well, yeah, but you know, again, you had 14 seconds, so you're gonna have time for a kick. That's it. You're not gonna have time for a play because they have no timeouts.
They definitely do not have timeouts. They have time for a kick. However, flashback alert, the first extra point was blocked.
Right.
And if they get a block,
and they're at the 27, so 15,
their only
17,
shot is if they get a block,
42.
they can go the other way for the walk-off. So
42 yards.
So we can have a couple things here. You can kick it and do a walk-off this way, and I don't see him. Oh, he's on?
Oh, yeah.
Kicker's on. I am right
what else
here.
Would you do? 42 yards. No, 37. Sorry, my bad. 37 yards.
I was just about to say, I'm looking at number 12. I was just about to say, hit a guy underneath that goalpost just in case. This kick is short, and you can return it, and you never know. You may be able, and it's number 12, so he was a quarterback that was in scrambling.
Yes, he was.
So he's got some wheels on him. I'm a big fan of Fernando here, but I'm not sure on this call.
So you got a few things in place.
And you have a timeout.
Yeah, they already called it. I think
the wind.
No, they don't have a timeout.
No, they don't. So the wind is coming this way.
Right.
You have a rush that could possibly block it. You have a return man who could possibly return it. So there's a bunch of scenarios here.
Mm-hmm.
Any one of them is going to be intriguing, or just a straight miss. Who knows? But a lot of things in play right now. Oh man. And the wind started kicking up. It's a crosswind going to the far sideline.
All right, here we go.
Boom. Spot. Kick is up.
It's short.
It's short. It's short.
Return. Why not?
He's going to try to return it.
Why not?
Oh, he has the sideline.
Oh my God.
Down. He's trying to cut by.
Oh no.
He cut by.
Oh,
another missed tackle.
You just got to tackle him.
You just got to get him down. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Woo. Oh, we got free bonus football.
Why not?
Great job. Great game. This game is something fierce today, boy. A little scuffle going on there, but you know what?
Woo! Bonus football, baby.
Yeah. Bonus football, like you said, Dave. That is absolutely right.
They're complaining that it was a block in the back that they didn't call.
If the ref didn't call it, it ain't happened.
Yeah, no, he's upset because we got to break it up because you know what? He's right. Everybody's watching.
Right.
Everybody's watching tonight.
Oh, man.
So we don't need that.
I don't know how many viewers we got this evening, but if you're not watching this game, I don't know what you're looking at because this game has been electrifying.
Absolutely.
You know, once again, a big play on special teams almost ended this game.
Yeah, it definitely did.
We can go back now.
So that we talked about it early on, you know, and once again, you know, if this is a preview of what the championship game is, you know, these two teams are, you know, evenly matched in the sense, you know, that, you know, it can go either way in that game. Okay.
I think it's, are they going from the 20? Dave, do we know what the overtime rules are? Dave's getting comments right now to figure out what went on.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
It looked like the Crusaders game went overtime and they had sessions. So I'm thinking it's going to be from a yard line. It's not going to be a kickoff in NFL rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Dave, what do we got?
They're giving me the play-by-play of the language being used on the field, which is not appropriate for
that's why I figured you were
our
doing
target audience. And he's telling me as though I'm going to like throw a flag on the other team.
What did he say was the issue?
Apparently, there's a bunch of invitations to the hot dog stand.
Dave, overtime rules. What do we got?
We have college overtime rules.
So from the 20?
That I don't know. I think they might have cut it down to the 10 so that
Yeah, I
we're
would
not
think
here
10.
forever.
10.
It's all-
Earl's got it up there. Earl Thomas is watching, says college overtime rules, 10-yard line.
10-yard line. There you go.
I love it when people watch.
Indeed. So do they know this, man? I don't know. Maybe
Oh, yeah, that's the other problem. It's that the officials know this.
Yeah. So we shall see. There's a lot of whistleblowing, and there's a lot of discussion about the. Again, we were serving ribs and chicken, and all of a sudden there were no hot dogs being served, but apparently.
Yeah. Juan said that would have been the play of the century. Definitely would have been.
Yeah, definitely would have been. That would have been the Iron Bowl.
Return a field goal for a win. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would have been the Iron Bowl right there.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. Woo.
Thank you, Earl, again for the rules.
Indeed. Can we just play football right now?
Well, yeah. Again,
I don't even
know
how they have the energy at this particular point to argue.
Right.
And they're about to throw a flag. But again, you don't want flags to be.
Well, he's showing them that. That's what he's. Go out there, Dave. You can go out there.
Come on, we got football. We got bonus football. Come on, I'm gonna get out of here for this point off.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Refs are looking at you like, what do we got going on here?
They're coming to you.
College rules from the 10. You know that, right? Oh.
Why are they doing a coin? Oh, to see who gets the ball first and who gets the choice.
I guess. I mean.
All right, we're cutting to you, Dave.
He got you, Dave.
Go a little higher. You got his hand.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. There you go. Good job, Dave. You were kind of low there.
I don't know. My wife's gone for me. It might be.
Who's 44?
Oh, they are coming.
44.
Sean Lozada. Sean Lozada out there.
Yeah.
And you got 7.
Yeah. 10-yard line.
James.
Right.
Earl James.
Yeah,
and
Earl
44 for their team, which is Jonathan Lopez. And of
We'll
course,
be on defense first. And we'll be going on the right side of the field. You gonna start at the west? No, 10. It's the league rule. It's the 10. Yeah. The league. Yeah, well, the league commissioners just said the 10. I could confer with the coaches, but the league commissioner said 10. Yeah.
It's the
So
10.
apparently,
we got everybody online saying the 10.
Everybody say college rules from the 10, otherwise you'd be here forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're going to the right.
You can tell them that Earl Thomas said it's from the 10.
Does anybody want to swear on that in the comments?
Put your hand on the Bible.
Do you tell Subchesky Earl Thomas says from the 10-yard line? Earl said the league rule is 10. Yeah.
Quincy Banks. Quincy Banks also gave us a comment.
Quincy Banks. What makes Q? What's going on, Q?
Oh, he says 25.
Who says what?
Q says the college rule is from the 25.
No, the college rule is the 25. However, Earl is one of the representatives.
Right.
Earl's saying it's the 10.
Right.
No, it's one possession. Get it done, baby. We ain't gonna be here all day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it could take forever from the 25.
Yeah.
Not even forever, but it could take a while because you've got to get first downs. This eliminates first downs.
The 10. I know what it's for 10. And by the way, the Crusaders played an overtime game today for the 10.
It seems like yesterday, but it's still Saturday.
Yeah.
It definitely is. I mean, the street lights are definitely coming on.
I'll see the sunrise on my way home.
Yeah, you probably will. It'll be beautiful, though. Don't worry about it. You'll be all right.
In fact, I know some of the people that were commenting from the 10 said that the Dolphins-Crusaders game
went
was
5 overtimes.
5 overtimes and went from the 10. So, yeah. So there was another.
I swear, Earl Thomas.
There was another game today that went to overtime. They did it from the 10.
That's why we're on. That's why we're here.
That's it.
You don't get comments. You don't get that kind of stuff anywhere.
It's
I don't know. It's like ash.
It's college rules, but the only thing is the line of scrimmage is
the fire
the 10.
trucks. Yeah.
So
bring your camera in, Dave.
That's for Black's Hot Barbecue.
Yeah, they're definitely that fire truck.
Here we go. He's rolling out with the ball.
He's looking.
Watch out.
He's looking. He fires and ooh.
Okay.
Complete.
All right.
Okay.
Smart.
Yep.
Because I hit the wall. gonna take Dave's down.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. We'll come to you for a replay if we need to.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah. So whatever the fire truck was going towards,
Yes.
there is ash that is falling from the sky.
Oh my God.
No way.
Behind us?
Yeah, coming from your area, blowing over this way.
All I smell is hot dogs.
Yeah. No.
I thought that was black. I thought that was black barbecue.
That's barbecue.
Really nice.
Yeah. No. And it's funny because somebody actually thought it was snowing. And I'm like,
Oh
no,
my.
you saw the fire truck. I think that probably has something to do with it.
So if you're in the New Britain area, we hope you're safe.
Yes, sir.
I know there's a detour on the way off of 84. You couldn't get straight down.
All right. So we still have number 12 in the game at quarterback, and Larry is in the slot. So,
pitch.
Quick pitch.
Got Larry.
And Blair's on the floor. And if
They return it.
It's a walk off. He returned it. It's a walk off. That's the ball game. If you don't get any flags, that's the ball game. You don't get any flags. They got fancy. And the flag doesn't matter. But a walk off.
58.
I don't think that I've ever seen that one. 58. A walk off in overtime on defense. That's wow. Absolutely.
I mean,
wow.
It wasn't. I couldn't even get excited for that.
Yeah, a little anticlimactic. But still.
Like you tossed the ball. What was that?
I guess it was a pitch to a halfback option, maybe, because it was Larry out there.
Tuna says the doctor has gotten accused of malpractice.
Yeah.
Wow. There it goes.
Nevertheless, great game. What can you ask for? A better ending. Exciting. This is something that we expected, that it was going to be a really good game, and that's how it ended up, people. Good job.
Indeed.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen a walk-off on the top part of overtime.
I'm right.
I've never seen that one on a pitch.
That was a big lineman going down the field. He got one block. That's all he needed.
That was all he needed.
Yep. I mean, they got creative, and the creativity is what got them into overtime.
Your captain.
And creative got them the loss.
He's getting every comment on the way out.
I'm here, Dave, for the beat, just in case.
If you want to grab a post-game interview, Dave, grab whoever you need.
I think this offensive line definitely deserves a post-game interview.
I would say grab all of them.
I don't think you can. Just pick
and the walk-off. Can you run your offensive line here?
Or 33. 33 would be a good one, unless we don't like 33.
Oh, no, we like everybody.
Let's get 33 over. 44's coming near you. The flag.
There we go.
Make sure to keep it clean and move the mic. Move the mic for him.
Remember what I said? The mic closer. Remember what I said in the beginning of the game? It was going to be about the stretches. My offensive line is still putting on the best offensive line in the country. On the best offensive line in the country. I told y'all. I trust them with anybody. Jonathan, great game. Coach Joe, Jonathan, great game down there. This game really took place in the trenches. We ain't win shit yet. I said this game was going to take place in the trenches. We said that. It was going to be a big game for both offensive lines and both defensive lines to step up. And you guys obviously stepped up in this game, but it was not an easy
for sure.
You really had to fight for this win, but congratulations, though.
Indeed.
Thank you. Listen, at the end of the day, we did what we were supposed to do. We came over here because we did what we were supposed to do. But we have to help like a person. It's not over. Got a lot of football left to play. There's two more games.
That's right.
I'm gonna give it out to my offensive line. My offensive line want to talk to you guys.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy.
You too.
So I had we're talking about player of the game. My player of the game was the whole entire offensive line, especially during crunch time. Kevin downhill, all your running backs downhill. Talk to me about this offensive line.
First of all, offensive line.
You're still blocking. You're still blocking out
physical with
there.
them, right? The beautiful part about all of it is they was lining up the way we needed them to line up. The gaps in the defense made it easy for us to choose a hole. You get what I'm saying? They adjusted it too late in the game to make something happen. They got away with a lucky fake little fumble or whatever, or they caught it on that front or whatever, but it don't take away the fact that we out. The fact that we out physical them. Yo, y'all in my camera.
You got to block now.
Yeah.
You got to block them out.
The fact that we out physical them the whole game and we outsmarted, we gave him the game plan. Good job, Rip called the right plays, and he listened to his players. That's the beautiful part about it. We gave him what we needed to do.
And your size, you guys' size is unbelievable out there compared to some of the other teams.
Compared to other teams, your offensive line, the size is enormous. You guys are great. You're all athletic too, the way you run the ball. And to have a back like Tev behind you guys, it makes it easier because he seems to be finding the holes. And once he gets into open space, cut him back. It's a big deal for him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big shout out to you guys. Tell Randy I said congrats on the victory.
Tell Randy he can get the mic as long as he's.
Give the mic to Randy.
He's got to be PG. Tell him he's going to be PG.
My player of the game was the whole entire offensive line because regardless of which back it was, and I called it on the show this week,
You got to bring the camera up higher, Dave.
Oh, sorry. 1-2 punch was big. Offensive line was the one that, was the constant in this thing. How important was it that you guys got this win today?
I mean, it was super important. We knew what we were up against. At the end of the day, respect those guys. They ball, you know what I'm saying? But we number one for a reason. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no fluke. It was a hard-fought game. We're not going to say they trash. They're not trash. I know where we're going to see them at. You know what I'm saying? But it's different over here. You know what I'm saying? Every single day we locked in. If we're not at practice, we locking in the group chat, working on their own. Ain't no slouches over here. Nobody's sleeping. You know what I'm saying? We came here to execute.
Tell me what happened on that drive down here where y'all really just that was the one that took you guys ahead. You really changed the balance of the game. Just switch the backs and still what's going right on that drive? Talk to us.
Let the dogs be dogs. It was all heart and effort. You can't teach that shit. You get what I'm saying? You put 11 guys on the field that are hungry for that fucking ball. They go, excuse my language, are hungry for the ball. Excuse me, sorry. That's all right.
Not bad.
Put the dogs on the field.
Yeah.
Dogs win the game every single time. That's what it was about. We knew what we had to do. It don't even matter if they didn't get that ball back. Once we was on offense, we were scoring. So that's what's gonna happen.
Randy,
shout out Coach Joe.
Randy, it's Coach Joe. Great job for you guys there. You guys did a hell of a job today. What do you think? We're up here saying that this is possibly a matchup, for championship game. What would you guys do differently? Because they had some success defensively wise. What would you guys probably do differently that you didn't do tonight?
I think what we would do differently is just have a little more patience. I feel like emotions were running high. I feel like there was a couple of plays where we drew a couple of unnecessary flags and it advanced them down the field. So I feel like we'll keep our composure next game. We know what we're up against. We've seen their best. This is what I feel. And we're going to treat it like we've seen their best. And we're going to come out. We're not going to play around. We're going to give them our best every single time. But I just think next time we won't make as many mistakes.
Great job. Great job out there, Randy.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Shout out.
Oh, you want to give it to
Shout out HSG. Shout out HSG.
HSG.
There we go.
All right.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
I told Randy, you guys did a hell of a job tonight. Between me and Dave going back and forth all night, we were talking about the trenches, how it was going to be, a hardcore battle for both sides, offensively and defensively. Your defensive line came to play, their defensive line came to play. Your offense was out there and the defense, so.
Oh, here comes the rain.
You guys had a great job. All right, Dave, ask him a question. We get him out of this rain if we can and get you out.
Well, what's your plan for the bye week?
Everybody know me, man.
Hookah vibe.
Everybody get the hookah, man. Everybody know me, man.
Go celebrate with your team.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Take care, buddy.
All right,
God
Dave,
bless.
bring us in, and we're gonna close it out.
I'll get you what's your team?
All right, Joey.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. HSG Network.
We'll be here for the final.
We'll be here for the finals, so catch us on that game. I'm not exactly sure of the date, but I'm almost certain it's going to be electrifying that day. So look forward to that, gentlemen, and enjoy the evening. Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribe to HSG Network, guys.